Hey, Real Cygnus. Make sure I've got my audio set right. Have to change it to the headset speakers. For some reason, it won't do that unless it's, I don't know, it's weird. Let me see if I've got it right.
Welcome in, Josh.
There we go. All right, so what we have here is Flatzoid. And so tell me I look 65 or 62. What do I look, maybe 45, 50? See, when I shave my beard off, if I shave my hair, I look younger. So maybe not 30, like I said before, but yeah, I don't look 62. Miss a little bit. The 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 clippers I own are they're really sharp and they like to cut skin when you use them. So I don't get too close with the clippers. Yeah, they are. Yeah, if you're in there in the chat there, they are fucking retards. Got a few in particular. Well, Roger Ledwell's there. Matthew Senko. Uh, who else? Saw another name on it. Oh, Moomin Rider. He's there. I have another live stream active for an hour. What? 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 No, I don't. You're lying. You're a big fat fibber. Let me check. I planned another one for later, for like 4 o'clock. Oh, wait a second. Is that the TBA? Is that TBA you're talking about? Oh, I thought I planned that for 4. I meant for 4 o'clock. Let me change that. Thanks. Edit 4 p.m. That's gonna make it for 5 p.m. That's today. All right. Good catch. Thanks. Yeah, I was gonna do it at 11 when he went live, but we can do it later. I had some stuff I wanted to do, wanted to eat, and I don't like to do a mukbang on camera. It's kind of tacky. But I will drink like Arwen on camera. Stop picking on me! So I wonder if Arwen's going to create another channel before Interpol can like detain him. Just curious.
WILL DUFFY versus Flatzoid. So thank you so much for being here,
All
Will.
right.
We're going to hand the floor over to you for your up to 6 minute introduction. So we're going to be talking about flat Earth and Antarctica predictions. The floor is yours, and thanks for being at Modern Day Debate.
Now, keep in mind, Flatzoid has said on camera that if they find a 24-hour sun, he will admit that the Earth is not flat or the Earth is a globe, right? Something like that.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been really looking forward to this. Just so everyone knows, if you don't, I created the final experiment about a year ago now. And we're going to be going to Antarctica in about a week. And that's the one place that flat earthers have said for years would tell us definitively if we live on a globe or if we live on a flat earth.
Yep.
And the main thing we're going to be doing in Antarctica is seeing whether or not there is a 24-hour sun. So we're going to make some predictions today. I'm going to make some predictions based on the globe. Hopefully Flatzoid can make some predictions based on flat Earth. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right now. Let's see here. Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to answer 3 simple questions, and I hope Flatzoid can do the same. So the first one is, on the globe model, what is Antarctica? So on the globe model, Antarctica is a continent, and it is an island continent, meaning it's completely surrounded by water. And that's pretty much it on the globe model. So I'm hoping to hear what Antarctica is on the flat Earth model. And I think we're going to see that it's very different than the globe model. Second question is, where is...
Well, Flatzoid, his model is Hebrew cosmology. Then where is Antarctica mentioned in Hebrew cosmology?
Is Antarctica. So I've got a globe here, and on the globe model, Antarctica would be as far south as you can go on the globe. So if you go all the way south, you will end up hitting Antarctica. A lot of flat earthers challenge globers to show how you can go to the South Pole and then keep going south, and that's a misunderstanding of the globe. You cannot go further south than the South Pole. So very simple. Here is the island.
Actually, you can. It depends on which pole you're using, right? Hold on a second. Monkey, stop it. Probably throwing up in there.
Continent of Antarctica.
I mean, if Antarctica is here and the geographic South Pole is here, but you have another South Pole here, you can go further south than this South Pole. Right?
And where it is it's on the southernmost part of the globe. And then lastly, the third question is, what does the sun do in Antarctica? This is a very, very important one. On the globe model, during certain times of year, specifically during the southern summer solstice, which we are coming up on in a couple of weeks, most of Antarctica at that time has what's known as a 24-hour sun. And this is because on the globe model, we have what's known as an axial tilt. That's why when you purchase a globe, it's tilted. And so if you look here, I'm going to tilt the globe towards the camera. As the Earth spins, you can see Antarctica the entire time. And so during the southern summer, as the Earth is spinning, a lot of Antarctica is exposed to the sun the entire time. So that results in what's called a 24-hour sun or a midnight sun. This is something that flat earthers have said for years does not happen in Antarctica. They have said there is no 24-hour sun. They have said you don't see the sun in the sky for 24 hours. And they've made a very adamant stance against this. And the globe model says, hey, there is a 24-hour sun. And so that's why I created the final experiment. As I said, let's just go and see. Now, in terms of modeling, a gentleman, lots of people on the globe side have done models of what they expect the sun to do where we will be at, which is Union Glacier, Antarctica. But a guy named Ole D. Hasselier, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right, he sent me a model of what the sun should do on the globe model where we will be. And so I'm going to go ahead and share that now. And
But what about oil of Olay Elaceter?
this model, you'll see the rotating
Hey,
Earth in the upper right corner. You'll see the sun there and the motion of the sun. And you also have the terrain around us at Union Glacier. This kind of modeling can be done because the globe is real. You couldn't do modeling like this on something that doesn't exist. So because the globe is real, you're able to model the exact movement of the sun at any particular place on the globe. You'll notice that the sun is going up and down. That is also due to the tilt of the globe. I'm not sure Flat Earth has an explanation for that. Maybe Flatzoid will say that the sun is not going to go up and down through the sky like that. So I hope Flatzoid can answer those three simple questions, which are: what is Antarctica? Where is Antarctica? And what does the sun do in Antarctica?
and I will do you one better. Why is Antarctica? When is Antarctica?
And then we can have a discussion together about this. And then at the end, time permitting, I would like to talk to Flatzoid about some comments he's made about me being insecure about my religion, if we have time.
There you
So with
go.
that, I'll turn it over.
There you
Okay,
go.
so there's a little extra heat we didn't know about. Well, thank you so much, Will, for the introductory
I was wondering if he was going to call him on any of his bullshit. Very good, Will. I've gained a new respect for him.
statement. We are going to head it over to Flatzoid in just 1 second, but I'm going to remind our audience that if you don't know, I want to welcome you to Modern Day Debate. We're a neutral platform hosting debates on science, politics, religion. We hope everybody feels welcome here. If you haven't already, smash that like button. We appreciate it. Share this out in those spaces you like having these discussions. But more importantly, if you want to grill one of the speakers on screen, we are going to take super chats at the end. So get your questions in now. I see all kinds are popping in. LJ is biting at the chop there, or champing at the bit, I should say. I can't talk today. I'm tired from last night, I swear. All right, let's hand it over to Flatzoid. You got up to 6 minutes.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate this discussion. Thank you, Will, for actually asking for this, because I'm happy I could actually present this now, especially now it's almost time to do this. So I'm going to argue against why I say the final experiment is not an experiment, as it's not scientific, and it's
Because he doesn't understand what an experiment is.
only a false dichotomy. First, we have to look at the basics. What is science? Well, science, based on definition, is the systematic study and the structure of behavior of the physical and natural world through, note, observation, experimentation, and testing the theories against the evidence obtained. So we have to observe what we're claiming, and then we have to do experimentation to make it called science.
But you've never done experimentation on your flat Earth, Flatzoid. You never have.
So, do we observe the sun? Well, I agree. Yes, obviously, we see the sun. What do we observe about the sun, though? Let's see. We observe the sun moving across our sky. We see that it gives heat energy.
And going below the horizon, which would be impossible on a flat Earth.
We see it lights up the sky. We see divergent rays. We see it
because of perspective.
Following a circuit with its times and seasons. This should be interesting, because since Will Duffy is a Christian as myself, and the Bible does talk about the sun following a circuit, it should be interesting to see how he will speak about this later. We see its change is in angular size based on the weather and just the angle movement. Sometimes you can see the sun huge at the horizon. Sometimes you can see it small. It has different optical effects. And yes, we are even able to show angular size change with lens caps.
Lens caps? You wouldn't see anything with a lens cap on, dipshit. That's the first thing you learn in photography school is take your fucking lens cap off. Don't you mean a solar filter, stupid? Jesus fucking Christ, man.
So next we
And no, you cannot show angular size change throughout the day, even with a lens cap.
have to make a hypothesis.
Hey, Steven.
What is a scientific hypothesis? A scientific hypothesis is a testable statement that is a prediction of the outcome of an experiment and is based on prior knowledge and observation. So we have to test it based on a prediction, and we have to do an experiment based on a knowledge of these observations. Okay, so what is a hypothesis, you might ask? Well, it's simple. There's just three very
It's a guess.
uh,
It's a prediction.
basic essential parts. The explanation. This is the explanation is part of the hypothesis, which means you have to know the independent variable. The independent variable is
No, you don't need to know an independent variable for a hypothesis, dipshit. Sorry, you're wrong.
the factor that the researcher
I have a hypothesis that Neptune will be in a certain place in a certain time. No variables needed.
has to manipulate to see if it affects the other variables. The other variables it will have to affect is the dependent variable. So the dependent variable is the other variable that is affected by the independent variable. So let's just make this very short and simple. The IV, the independent variable, has to be manipulated to cause the effect for the DV, the dependent variable. This has to be happening to make it scientific. So what is an independent variable?
No,
Simple.
you don't
It
need
is the independent variable
you don't need variables at all for a scientific experiment. You don't.
are directly manipulated by the researcher, while the dependent variables are not. They are dependent because they are affected by the independent variable in their experiment. Notice that this is in the experiment done, not just due to observation. Observation is not an
And Flatzoid thinks that there can only be one independent variable because that's what independent means.
experiment. The hypothesis requires an IV and a DV, and the IV has to be manipulated because that is the presumed cause.
No, not by the user, not by the experimenter. Sorry, buddy.
For the effect.
You just have to account for it.
So, can we manipulate the cause in the final experiment? No. So, not science. No, it's not an experiment. So, therefore, we can't claim the final experiment as an experiment because it's not scientific. Now, why is the final experiment a false dichotomy? Well, it's very simple. A false dichotomy.
Oh, by the way, I printed this. This is kind of cool. It's a pawn planter, like a planter for like a little plant you set on your desk. I think it's kind of cool.
Is a logical fallacy that presents a situation as having only two options. Usually,
right, either 24-hour sun or not 24-hour sun, either flat or spherical. There's no false dichotomy, dipshit.
Extreme opposites, when in reality there are more possibilities. Yes, this is what the final.
Andrew Johnson posted a super chat. Flats, how many meters are there in 35 kilometers?
Experiment pushes either globe or either flat because of sun.
I think he meant to word that. I think he worded that incorrectly. It should be how many kilometers are there in 35 meters. I think he got those reversed.
Therefore, it's a false dichotomy. What is the argument for the final experiment? Well, simple. If we see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, then that means a globe Earth. And if we see it setting sun, then it's the flat Earth.
Yes, and you said you'd admit that the Earth is not flat if we saw a 24-hour sun.
The issue I have with this is it doesn't matter if it sets or is above the horizon 24 hours a day. It will not either invalidate or validate a flat Earth.
Because he thinks the Bible says the Earth is flat and the Bible is infallible, even though it got the value of pi wrong.
The only ones making a claim here are the globe. just like Will Duffy did in his presentation, showing the sun and models of the sun moving around the globe. So in other words, it's only there to invalidate a globe, not a flat Earth. Flat Earth
Wow, that's some heavy denial, isn't it?
is able to have the sun going in a circuit around Antarctica 24.
So something that could never happen on a flat Earth won't invalidate a flat Earth, right? God couldn't possibly do that because of his Bible.
4 hours a day, and not as well. It doesn't
Wow,
really
what a
change
pathetic
if
fuck.
the Earth is flat or not. So,
What an absolute pathetic fuck.
why do we look at the sun and ignoring all the huge glaring issues? Why do we not observe physical curve? Everything we observe
We do. We do observe physical curve, dipshit.
is optical. This can be demonstrated and
And can't be optical without being physical, stupid.
shown to be so. Why don't we observe Earth movement?
We do.
Well, it's simple. We know the stars are moving like the Bible describes it as well. Why don't we observe gravity? Well, the claim is gravity is real, although there is no science for gravity. It's based on pseudoscience
No, it's not, stupid. You've been educated on this.
and false attribution to things falling. So,
30 seconds.
just a whole bunch of claims with pseudoscience backing as masquerading as science.
God, what a dumb fuck. Oh my Jesus, what a
And
dipshit.
that's my opening statement. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Flatzoid, for your introductory statement. We are going to kick it into open discussion, so a big reminder to our live chat that we are going to take the super chats at the end. They're flying in there, guys. So I'm going to set, I'm going to set 40 minutes on the timer there, and then I'll check in with you guys. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Will, to respond to some of what you just heard in the intro, and we'll try to get a natural flow going back and forth. So whenever you're ready there, Will.
Great. And I can still share easily, same way.
Sure thing. Yep.
Okay, cool. So, number one, this discussion, as both of us knew going into this, was supposed to be about predictions, and you didn't make any predictions in your opening statement. So, hopefully, that will change as our conversation goes on. I did anticipate.
See, you can't make any predictions or claims. Hey, Steven. Oh, you were already here, were you? Who's the smooth, cool dude? That's me.
You telling me that it's not an experiment. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. And I do have a question for you. Are you a doctor?
No, that was a joke.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to tell you something fun.
But you're claiming you're a doctor there. You've got Dr. Flatzoid there, right? But you criticized Professor Dave for calling his channel Professor Dave Explains, right? So you're just a hypocritical fuck, all right?
Here. If you don't like the name, which I happen to like, you can just call it something else, like maybe the Final Expedition. But what I've learned, Keith, is that when people focus on things that are not substantive, it's because they don't have answers to the actual arguments. So I bet Globers, and I won't do this, I won't say anything about you calling yourself Dr. Flatzoid, because that would only mean I can't respond to your actual arguments. And so therefore, I need to make fun of your name. Okay? So we don't need to talk about whether or not it's an experiment. You can call it whatever you want.
Right, just like he does with Professor Dave or Bob, the not a science guy. Yeah. Look at the smug look. Look at the smug grin on his face. He knows he's been fucking called out and beaten on this.
We're going to get to the heart
That's a smile of embarrassment.
of the issue, which is whether or not a 24-hour sun in Antarctica is possible on a flat Earth.
Khalil Beasy. That's a new person.
How does that sound?
No, first of all, Dr. Flatwood was me making fun of not a Professor Dave because he calls himself a professor.
See, there you go. You're making fun of his name because you don't have an argument.
And he's not a professor. Secondly, it's a false equivalence because what I call myself as a name has got nothing to do with what you're claiming is an experiment. You have claimed multiple times that this experiment will either prove a globe Earth or a flat Earth.
Yes, it will. Yes, by definition, it will.
Someone's name doesn't prove a model or the other. So yes, the predictions were talked about in me stating it's not science. You are the one making a claim that because sun does this, therefore this is the outcome. Therefore, a false dichotomy and not scientific. Now, I'm glad you concede it's not scientific. That's great. But I don't need to make a prediction because I'm not the one with the burden here. You are the one having a burden because of your insecurities, as you plainly said we're going to talk about. Because you have an insecurity about the globe, you need to go and prove it to yourself.
No, it's not insecurity, dipshit. We know the Earth is a sphere. You motherfuckers think it's flat, and you're so insecure, you scream and cry and moan and wail about them going to prove it. That's how insecure you are, motherfucker.
Okay, cool. You said it's a false dichotomy, right? Is whether or not there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica in reality a false dichotomy?
Yes.
No.
Because your outcome is either globe or either flat.
No, it's either you either have one or you don't. That's not a false dichotomy. That's like if the lights in your room are on or off, is that a false dichotomy? Fucking moron.
Okay, let me explain this to you. Whether or not there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica is a true dichotomy. There either is or there isn't. You can't say it's a false dichotomy because there is no third option. So if you want to call it a false dichotomy, tell me what the third option is. Option 1 is there's not a 24-hour sun. Option 2 is there is. What's the third option?
Again, your argument
See, he can't answer the question. He can't answer the fucking question.
is if sun, then globe. If no sun, then flat earth. That is the false dichotomy. Whoa. It's not just because sun or not sun. Your argument is because sun, therefore model. Therefore, it's a false dichotomy.
We will get there, but you're not answering my question. Is
did.
whether or not there is a 24-hour sun.
No, the question was what's the third option or fourth option or fifth option? That was the question. You didn't answer it, asshole, because you know you can't.
In Antarctica, a false dichotomy.
Not on its own, no.
Correct.
But your premise is based upon
there you go.
either flat or globe, which makes it a false dichotomy.
We'll get there. Okay, we'll get there. So whether or not there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica is a true dichotomy. Okay, so that's number one. What was you?
So Flatzoid was being dishonest, and he just admitted that he was being dishonest.
Your position on the 24-hour sun in Antarctica prior to the announcement of the final experiment?
Well, my belief was I wouldn't be able to see it because everything they've ever showed usually is faked. But then again, you're just now obfuscating from your false dichotomy because your whole argument is, which you're now ignoring, because we see the sun, it's either a globe or flat. Is that true or not?
And every flat earther has said that. Every flat earther has said that, including you, Flatzoid. So, up until the TFE was planned and executed, right?
We'll get there. I do believe we can falsify the globe, and I believe we can falsify flat Earth based on whether or not there's a 24-hour sun. But I think this is super important for the audience to know what your position was prior to the final experiment. So I'm going to
awesome.
Play a quick video.
He's gonna play it. Fucking A.
It's super, super short. Okay, here we go.
I know exactly
and
what
that's why you get the borders confused with the 24-hour sunlight in Antarctica. As they see the sun's there 24, but it's not the sun, it's just the sunlight.
Yeah.
You don't even see the sun.
Separatus is literally
Actually, that's not the one I thought he was going to play.
Sunlight for 24 hours. No, it's daylight, not sunlight. You don't see the sun. There's no sunlight for 24 hours. Only daylight, Liberator.
Okay, cool. So that was your position before the
Yeah, he didn't play the one that he didn't play the one I thought he was going to play.
final
Still
experiment
is.
was announced, right?
Still is.
And why were you taking such a hard stance that you don't see the sun in the sky for 24 hours?
Because I just said I haven't seen actual evidence of 24-hour sun, other than faked edited videos.
Ah, okay. Other than stuff you say nah to.
Okay. Now, I've looked at these faked and edited videos that you're talking about, and there's only one that was edited of all of them.
And that was from a flat earther who reversed it and said it was North Pole.
And I looked at it very carefully, and there's only 11 frames missing from that edited video.
Oh! Damn!
What's the big deal?
Awesome.
Okay, based on 11 frames, we've been through this before. Even
Yeah, you've lied about it, Flatzoid.
even Ryan knows. You do know those 11.
I showed all the frames in my video. Yeah, all the ones you say you didn't. All the ones you claim you didn't delete. You just eliminated the mirage, right?
Frames are in the video, and
No,
because
they
you're
aren't.
bringing it up is showing
No, they aren't. You deleted them, Flatzoid.
you just are dishonest.
And you fucking booted what's his name off your fucking show when he proved it to your face.
And by the way, if you guys have been realizing, his whole tactic is
Luca,
try and attack my character.
you don't have any character to attack.
So we're going to go back to the actual argument of, is the final experiment scientific and a true dichotomy?
No, he's attacking your claim that all the footage is fake, Flatzoid, that it's edited, and he's attacking that because you're a hypocrite. You're guilty of what you accuse others of.
No, it's not scientific, and it's a false dichotomy because Will Duffy has an insecurity about his own belief system. Now, I'm going to say this again. Does this TFE debunk a flat earth or a globe? No, it does not.
Yeah, it does.
Disprove or prove a flat earth in the least. The only one it can invalidate is a globe, because the invalidation is based on a claim made by the globe. So the burden is on.
And a claim made by all flat earthers, Flatzoid, including you.
On the globe side, not with the flat earth side.
Okay, so a couple things here. The reason I brought up the 11 frames is because it's really unfair of you to say that someone who edits a video means you should reject what they put on their video because they edited it when you yourself edited a video. Okay, now when you say, and I'm very familiar with this because I do.
Yeah, and he never mind.
My homework. When you say that the 11 frames were in the video at the beginning, that's because you were playing it at full speed. A frame is 1/60th of a second. So at full speed, no one was going to notice it. But at the end of the video, when you were going in slow motion, frame by frame, where people would actually notice that it went behind the horizon, that's when you remove the 11 frames to get rid of curvature or evidence of curvature. That's the truth.
First of all.
Yeah, that's absolutely the truth. He fucking nailed him.
A guy's edited video to say, look, 24-hour sun, and he's literally edited to make it look like a 24-hour sun.
No, he didn't edit it to make it look like a 24-hour sun. That was longer than a 24-hour time period that he edited down to 24 hours. But Flatzoid thinks that because he joined the two ends, the hour 0 and hour 24, because he took that timeline and he joined it so it would be a loop, he thinks that's now that's not 24 hours.
Not comparison to what I showed. I showed all the frames. You can even put on.
No, you didn't, Flatzoid. No, you didn't.
2 times speed.
Because if you did show all the frames, there would have been a delay from the time where the booster was touching the horizon and when the splash came. See, the splash came right away because you took the frames out.
0.25, it will show all the frames in the video. So that's literally a false equivalence again. And then I even point out to say, look where it lands. And I show you the horizon. I show you the apparent horizon. I show you the inferior mirage. And I show you me taking away the inferior mirage. After I
See, that's where you remove the frames, Flatzoid. You taking away the mirage. How can you take away video footage of a mirage if you don't take frames of that mirage out of the video?
showed all the
Hey, Westside.
frames. So that is totally not the same as someone making a video and saying, look, a 24-hour sun, and it's faked and edited. And by the way, that model you pointed with the sun going up and down, a lot of the videos we see doesn't do that. How does that comport to the model that was presented?
That's because you don't understand the globe. So if you watch a video
Nope.
of the 24-hour sun that is taken at the South Pole, the sun will not go up and down. But the further you get away from the South Pole, it will, because of the curvature of the globe. That's just a misunderstanding of the globe model. Now, again, we can make these very specific.
But Flatzoid understands the globe model better than anyone.
Predictions of altitude and azimuth, and guess what? I think you know they're going to come true when we get to Antarctica. So how is it all of these people who have never been to Antarctica can make these predictions that will come true if the globe is false?
Yep.
Explain that to me. Explain to me how we can have dozens of predictions of what the sun will do in Antarctica. You claim there's no videos of it, and you claim that the only videos that exist are faked. So how is it that these people can make an accurate prediction of what the sun will do in Antarctica?
Okay, first of all, I said the videos I've seen are faked. I'm not saying all videos are faked. Secondly, again, you are trying to reverse the burden onto me to make a claim I don't need to. You, the one with the claim, you are the one making a false statement here by claiming because sun in sky, therefore globe. Because sun not in sky, therefore flat earth. It doesn't disprove or prove anything. It's literally a waste of money and a waste of people's time because you're pushing something that is a false dichotomy.
Okay, so you didn't answer my
Wow.
question. I can't let you get away with this.
My answer
How-
is I am not going to be
No.
bullied into making a claim
I-
because of your insecurity.
Oh.
All
Okay,
right,
hold
let's-
on.
let's
I'm
let me
not
clarify the question, and
I'm not bullying. I'm not bullying you. I'm not.
No, he's holding your feet to the fire, fuckwit. That's what he's doing. But being forced to answer a question, that's bullying to a liar.
Not asking you to make a claim yet. I will be, because you agreed to do this to make predictions of what we will see in Antarctica. But I'm not doing that with this question.
Yeah, and he agreed to bring a map model and measurements to our debate, too. See, Flatzoid lies. He'll say one thing out of one side of his face, and then he'll say another thing out of the other side. He's a double-speaking piece of shit and maggot.
My question is very simple. How can dozens of people around the world who have never been to Antarctica accurately model what the sun will do if they've never been there? How is that possible?
A model is a model. They can accurately model a black
You don't know what a fucking model is.
hole in space. Does that make a black hole real? No, it doesn't. A model is just a model. You can put data in, you can make it. You can make a model of a donkey Earth and get the same results. That doesn't make
No, you can't. You can't. Flatzoid. See, that's how little you understand of physics and geometry.
it reality. A model that you're claiming is reality is a reification fallacy. Now, again,
Oh.
you are trying to push me to make a prediction and me to make a claim which I've never made. And no, I never agreed to make predictions. The whole thing was you were
From what I understand, from what Will said a few times, and by the title, Flat Earth and Antarctica Predictions, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't title it that if he didn't send you information saying, or send you an email saying, the theme is provide your predictions of what you think will happen on the final experiment. So you're lying again, Flatzoid.
You came and asked, will I have a discussion with you about this, the TFE? I said, perfect, that'll be great. Because the whole reason I wanted to do this was to show it's not an experiment and to
No, I'm just guessing.
show it's a false dichotomy. And it's very telling, guys, that this guy's trying to be dishonest and trying to character assassinate me and trying to bully me to make a claim that is his.
Okay, so
He's? What the fuck is he's? Jesus, get some speech therapy, man.
number one, I didn't character assassinate you. I brought to the table a reality, which is that you have been caught editing a video. You didn't even admit to it. You were caught. And here you are talking about someone who edited a video that was taken in Antarctica. And so there just seems to be a bit of a double standard. Now, let's let the record show you have not explained how it is that dozens of people who have never been to Antarctica can accurately predict the sun's movement through the sky, including altitude and azimuth angles, and where the sun will be based on the mountains at Union Glacier. You haven't said how they can accurately predict that if they've never been to Antarctica. So
Maybe
my
you don't understand this. It's not my burden. I don't need to make a claim of it.
I'm not asking you to make a claim.
You are. You're saying, how are they?
No, he's saying, how can they make a prediction? He's not asking you to make a prediction, dipshit. He's asking you how a person could make a prediction. Fuck. Thicker than pig shit this man is.
Doing this because you want me to make a prediction. I don't need to. Secondly, a model is just a model again. Like I said, anybody can create a model, and that doesn't make it reality. Again, the 24-hour sun works.
No, a model, reality makes the model, dipshit. See, he doesn't even know what a model is. A model is things we've observed. It's a measurement. Basically, it's a book of measurements of everything around us. What the fuck are you talking about?
Works on a flat earth too, just like it works on your globe. It doesn't disprove or prove the other.
Shock therapy too, Real Cygnus. He really needs shock therapy.
Now, you
And a fucking lobotomy.
claiming it doesn't because of your ignorance and saying, a EMAP strawman model doesn't make it false. You are trying to reverse the burden onto me because I showed everybody that the final experiment is nothing but a waste of money and time.
Let's like I say, if we're gonna keep circling on this one, not maybe pun intended, I'm not sure, but if we want to keep circling this is fine. You know, as long as you feel there's more to unpack, but it might also be useful to go into some of what you presented in your intro there, Will. So.
Yep.
Questions
I've got
about
more.
Antarctica, so we can let's try to go down that one for a little bit if you guys don't mind.
Okay, cool. Hey Keith, did you change your position after I announced the final experiment?
No, I just said
Yeah, he did.
I got the same.
Yeah, he did.
I got exactly the same position.
Which is what again?
I don't believe there is a 24-hour sun because I haven't seen any evidence for a 24-hour sun. But
You're a fucking liar because we've showed you the evidence.
again, that doesn't make it a flat or globe Earth. It has nothing to do with, do I know if there's a 24-hour sun or not? The reason I don't believe there's a 24-hour sun is because all I've seen is edited footage. Now, if there's a 24-hour sun, the only thing that will change is, I see now there's a 24-hour sun. But does that make it a globe Earth? Heck no.
Yeah, it does. It can only happen on a globe Earth, dipshit. It cannot happen on a flat Earth ever.
Okay, so let me think this through for a second.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it could happen on a flat Earth. You would have to have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica because the sun would never be out of view of anyone in Antarctica. The sun could never set on a flat Earth. So yeah, 24-hour sun could prove that it's a flat Earth. Now, a 24-hour sun that circles overhead and goes behind you when you're facing north, that could not happen.
How many videos have you seen of the 24-hour sun in Antarctica?
Quite a lot.
Okay, so I'm struggling because there's only one that's edited. I've contacted
According
the
to
men.
you.
No.
Yes.
According to reality and evidence.
No, according to
So-
you, there's only one edited.
Can you describe these edits you saw in the videos?
Yeah, just like the one you usually see, overlaid clouds, lights.
That's the
No, there aren't overlaid clouds on all the videos.
that's the
The
only
sun of
one
the
that
light.
that's the only one that has an edit. What other ones
There's
have
one
you
with
seen?
there's one with a watch, there's one without a watch, there's one with a smokestack, there's one without a smokestack. Which one are you talking about?
So all the legitimate videos are fake, edited. They're just edited.
None of those have edits.
None of them have edits. Why? See, that's your claim.
Well, no. You're actually making the positive claim this time.
Yes, you're making the claim that those are edits. Now you need to prove that they are. And just saying they're edited. Oh, there's smokestacks, overlays. You need to prove that, motherfucker.
That they have edits.
You're
So
claiming
what?
they're not edited.
Oh my word.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just
Wow, what a piece of shit. He said they're videos, and you said they're edited. You've made the claim.
claim they're not edited.
I mean, what a dishonest motherfucker.
So can you please?
Okay, so I want
Wow.
everybody to see here. This is a tactic of flat earthers. He made a positive claim, which was that a video that was presented as real was edited, and he can't show where it's edited, and so he's going to turn it on me and say that I'm the one making the claim. But
Right, reversal of burden of proof. That's all they have.
that's okay.
Well, it's not all they have.
I'm going to share a video with everybody really quick here because I do believe, Keith, you have changed your position since we announced the final experiment. This video is only a little over a minute long, but it's going to be pretty important to
So he's going to prove to his face that he's lying now.
see.
Awesome.
Because again, I don't understand why people are changing their positions before we even go. So here we go.
Sorry for
They're
turning
going
your camera off there.
to Antarctica. Well, they're apparently going, and they're just going to say, "Ooh, I see sunlight. Therefore, the sun's up in the sky."
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen because they're not going to see the sun 24 hours a day because they don't understand the difference between sunlight and daylight.
Exactly.
All right, we've got Flatsuit. Are you willing to publicly admit you were wrong about flat Earth if we see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica this December?
Yeah.
That's
Sorry
the,
to break it to you guys.
That's the one. That's the one. Right there.
You're not going to see the sun 24 hours even if you wanted to.
All right, we've got Flatsuit. Are you willing to publicly admit you were wrong about flat Earth if we see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica this December?
Yeah. Now we're saying you'll see daylight for 24 hours. You won't see sunlight for 24 hours.
All right, we've got Flatsuit. Are you willing to publicly admit you were wrong about flat Earth if we see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica this December?
Yeah. And that is seeing the sun for 24 hours in the sky, which you won't. Because many people we have spoken to that worked in Antarctica never saw 24-hour sun. Yes, there was sunlight, but they never saw 24-hour sun.
All right, we've got Flatsuit. Are you willing to publicly admit you were wrong about flat Earth if we see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica this December?
Yeah.
Let's let Flatsoid respond.
Fuck yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm happy.
I could never do that right where you slap your fucking. I could never do that.
Because this is showing all he has is trying to misrepresent what I was saying there.
No, he showed what you said there, dipshit. Now try and weasel your way out of it, you fucking creep.
Yes, I will change my position on seeing the 24-hour sun or not. Not that the Earth is not flat or a globe. This is what's called misrepresentation of a person. Thank you very much again,
Oh
Will
my
Duffy, for showing me your
God.
dishonesty.
Oh
so can
my
we get to the
God.
actual conversation now on the shape of the Earth based on your not final experiment?
Wow.
So, since you made a claim that it either proves a globe or a flat Earth, can you show us how does it actually show this? Because like I showed everybody, it's not scientific and it's a false dichotomy. It doesn't prove anything other than it might just show your claim wrong.
Okay, so you just accused me of misrepresenting you.
love
How
it.
is playing clips of you talking misrepresenting you?
You playing it and saying I'm changing my mind about the flat Earth.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You were.
My mind is about the 24-hour sun on the flat Earth, not the flat Earth is going to be a flat Earth or not. This is called misrepresentation, Will.
No, it's called lying your ass off. Yeah, you're supposed to be able to. it's like you slap a finger against other fingers. You gotta have one stiff and one loose, and I could never make it I could never get it to make a sound.
Well, it's okay. It just means you changed your mind. The
No, I
question
haven't. I've
was,
got the same. And also, stop telling me what I do and what I don't do, because I'm keeping the same argument. I don't believe there's a 24-hour sun. Okay, the only thing that can change it is if you see a 24-hour sun, but that doesn't make a difference whether it's flat or a globe, which your whole experiment is about, is it not?
yeah, I just want to make this clear for a second because
Is it not?
I think everybody heard it.
Can you just answer?
question-
Is
Hold on
it
there,
about?
Flatsoid.
Wait.
Flatsoid, you gotta let
Is
him
it
respond.
about? I gotta know. No, he's doing the
It's
same
okay.
thing
I'll
over and
answer.
over.
I'll answer.
I just gotta ask. Thank you. Is it about the globe and a flat Earth or not?
Yes.
There we
Yeah.
go. False dichotomy. Thank you.
Okay.
What's the third fucking option, man?
Real quick, the question asked of you is, will you admit you were wrong on flat Earth if we see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? And you said yes. So you have changed your mind because you're no longer willing to change your mind on flat Earth if we see a 24-hour sun.
See, that wasn't a false dichotomy. That wasn't even a dichotomy. That was a otomy.
No. What does the flat Earth
No,
model say about the 24-hour sun?
It says that there is no 24-hour sun.
Great.
Right.
So does that change the information about the flat Earth model, or the flat Earth doesn't exist?
No, that's you changing your mind about the flat Earth, like whether there is one or not, because you said that. Yeah, you change your mind if there's a 24-hour sun.
If a 24-hour sun is not possible on
He's tap dancing with logger boots on, man.
a flat Earth, which is what I'm stating, then a 24-hour sun falsifies flat Earth.
There we go. False dichotomy. And why won't it work on a flat Earth?
Because the sun travels around the tropics, no further south than the southernmost tropic. And if you see that in front of you when you're looking south, the Earth couldn't be flat.
Okay, so I don't believe flat Earth exists. And so this is where the title of this discussion is Antarctica Predictions. And so I'm still waiting for you to make a prediction as to what the sun will do, considering you believe we live on a flat Earth.
Again, the predictions is from your side, not my side. I don't have the burden to make a prediction. And no, it's about the final experiment. And I'm showing you how it's a false
Little Miss Cop Out.
dichotomy and nothing but insecure ballers needing to supply evidence for their belief system.
Okay, so you don't have any idea what the sun will do in Antarctica?
It doesn't matter. That's the
Okay.
whole point.
Okay, let's go back to square one here. In your mind, what is Antarctica?
Ice.
Okay, that's it. So if I have
It's
a
ice and land. It's a land.
Okay, great. Where is
The
Antarctica?
outer rims.
It's not a realm.
The outer rims. They have answered two of your questions,
Hold on.
Okay.
What do you mean by outer rims?
as the Bible says.
No.
It's where the dome. It's where the dome meets the earth. How's that?
What dome?
The dome that was spoken about. You know, the firmament in the Bible. Come on, you're a pastor. You're supposed to know this.
Hold on. You're saying the Bible talks about things historically, which I love. We're talking about present day. Are you saying present day right now?
Are you claiming
on,
the
you're
historical
interrupting me.
narrative from?
You're-
Just one
wow.
second,
You're interrupting
Flatsoid.
me.
Let's let him finish his
I'm
sentence.
sorry.
Are you saying right now, present day, December 6, 2024, there's a dome?
Yes,
Where is it?
up in the sky.
Up in the sky. That's brilliant.
Where else would it be?
You've seen it?
No, we're breathing. That's why we got a dome.
Huh.
It's
Okay,
holding
so-
the waters above.
Okay, so there's something that you believe exists that you can't prove exists and that you can't see.
I can. It's
How-
called
how-
the second law of thermodynamics.
No, it's not. That's not proof.
Okay. Okay, so you haven't seen the dome.
Well,
No.
do you see the Eiffel Tower from your home?
No.
So does the Eiffel
No, but I've been there. I've been there. I've seen it with my own two eyes. So
Tower exist?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do I need to see a cow before I know my piece of steak came from that cow?
yes you do. Yes you do, because we can grow steak in a lab, motherfucker. We can grow steak in a lab. You can take other cuts of meat from other animals and it'll look like a steak. You could take a fucking cake. Steak made of cake. You can make a cake, you can make a steak out of cake, motherfucker. So no, just seeing something doesn't mean it's real. And everybody who's been to Paris has seen the Eiffel Tower. I'd say probably 75% of the earth has seen the Eiffel Tower. So other people have seen it, Flat. So it doesn't matter if you have or not. But nobody's seen the dome.
No, because the steak is evidence that the cow exists. Do you have a piece of the dome? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, the reason we're breathing is because we have containment.
No, the reason we're breathing is because of gravity, stupid. See, you ignore laws of physics and cite laws of physics. Isn't that weird?
Huh. Okay.
See, he wants to ignore one law of nature and cite another law of nature. It's called hypocrite.
Interesting.
Called being a
Okay,
hypocrite.
so you said Antarctica is an outer rim, right?
According to the flat Earth model, according to yes.
So kind of like this here.
That's a map, that's not a model.
What's the difference?
A model makes predictions. A map just explains things, it gives directions. That
So how can your Hebrew cosmology make predictions, Flatsoid? What predictions could it make?
is a sun map. So it's giving the directions of where the sun moves and time. That's what it says on the top there. Read what it says.
Is this an accurate map?
Yeah, it also says at the top that it's a projection of the globe. So what part? So you're just going to cherry pick parts of that map for your own good? Really?
That's what it says according to the sun.
I'm just
Read what
asking
it
you.
says.
We're trying to talk about Antarctica here, right? Is this an accurate map of where Antarctica is?
That's just a map about sun movement, not about Antarctica.
I know, but you're not answering my question.
So he's denying his own model. But you said all maps. All maps, all models, all measurements, right? All maps. That's flat Earth. So you're lying, Flatsoid. You said all maps. That's a map.
Question: is this an accurate?
That is my answer. You got different maps for different things. This one is specifically about the sun's movement over the Earth, not about Antarctica.
Okay, but is this a good representation of Antarctica?
Probably because it's on the outer rims, as you would say.
Okay, perfect. So
Mhm.
again, this is not a perfect map. No one's claiming that it is. But do you believe there's only one sun?
Yes, because that's what the Bible says. And I've only observed one sun. But
Perfect.
we have seen videos where there's more than one sun, and I would more like to think that is a reflection on the dome than a second sun.
Okay, great. So this
Us.
is South America, right?
A second sun?
We're going to be south of South America in Antarctica, so right about here.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Australia, way over here, is going to have a sunrise and a sunset each day.
Mhm.
How can we have a 24-hour sun down here while they get a sun each day over here?
Again, trying to make me give claims. Secondly,
No, he's asking you a question. How could that happen on your flat Earth?
have you ever heard of
That's not asking you to make a claim.
reflection, internal reflections? Caustic cups.
Internal reflections. You mean coffee cup caustics?
Caustic
Yeah.
cup reflections. Yes, there we go.
Okay, great.
It's a possibility.
Coffee cup caustic cup coffee cups.
Okay, perfect. I love this. This is
Caustic
great.
Mhm.
costly
So,
coffee. Costly coffee from Consuelo.
you're saying that it's possible, either for the people in Australia or us, that we won't see the actual sun, we'll see a reflection of the sun.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if we take
What a dipshit. Yeah? Look at his fucking smug look on his ignorant little fucking face. Little mouse rodent face.
pictures of sunspots and they're not reflected, they're not reversed, would that prove you wrong?
How would it be reversed?
I don't think it will be.
Reflection
So he doesn't think so he thinks that that the sun they see is gonna look like a caustic.
doesn't always just give reversed. How do
Hey Joe King, what's up, man? Welcome.
you know that where the sun's location is, you're not seeing the same side of the sun based on its angle?
My whiskey glass caustic will show three suns. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Hey, Ronnie Frown. The second we show him gas pressure without a container, he says, no, it's impossible. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I showed it to him, and he mocked me for it. Showed him Bernoulli's principle, which is gas pressure without containment. And not only did he mock me for it, he praised SSUM for citing the same effect and then actually presented or cited the Bernoulli's principle in an argument he was having or in a video he did. So, yeah. And not only that, but he also said that a flat sheet of paper is a gas container because it has surface area. That's how dumb this motherfucker is. And he thinks he's smarter than everybody on the planet.
I don't understand your question.
Let's say you are looking through a glass of water and you've got a pencil, okay? And you're on the side of the glass and you're on the side of you're looking at the same angle, so you're seeing the same side of the pencil, which is the front. Does that mean now that it's not a pencil?
No.
There we go. Again, you're trying to push things onto me to make a claim I don't need to. I'm just saying there are possibilities, which explains it on a flat earth, which again shows that it's just a false dichotomy because it won't disprove a flat earth at all.
Whenever I hear him talk, it just sounds to me like a little mouse talking, like a little mouse nibbling on a toilet paper roll.
The thing is, you're going to go to Antarctica or fund this thing, and it won't disprove anything other than just showing gullible people for what?
Okay, so when you say
it's going to show gullible people that the earth isn't flat. That's what it's going to show. It's going to ruin your fucking paradigm, man, and you fucking know it.
they won't see a sun in the sky for 24 hours, is that a claim or is that not a claim?
That is my belief based on evidence.
So that's your claim. So a belief based on evidence is a claim if you state it. I don't think he knows what a claim is. I think he's that fucking ignorant.
And what evidence is that?
That all the videos I've seen so far are either edited or not showing a sun.
Okay, so that's a claim, right? And so what is
Yes,
your evidence
that's a
that the
claim.
videos are edited?
What am I? Easy.
Yeah.
I told you. They have different time lapses. They have different things showing it's edited.
Because he wants them to be. That's it. That's his evidence. Because he wants them to be.
Well,
You just
what?
claiming it's not. Wait. You just claiming it's not edited doesn't make it not edited.
If someone's going to claim that a video is edited, they need to have evidence that it's edited. They can't just say it's edited because it goes against what they believe.
No. You see, the thing is, when someone goes and says, "Look, I have a 24-hour sun," and then it's shown to be edited, that means it's dishonest. Why
Hey, Scott,
did they need to edit it in the first place?
they didn't edit it. They didn't edit it.
Well,
Okay.
it hasn't. They haven't been shown to be edited. That's the point that I'm trying to get to here.
Nope.
There has been numerous people showing these videos and showing how they edited. You just
No, they haven't. They just said, "Oh, look, it's got to be edited. Look at that. Oh, those clouds look fake." They had to edit it. Oh, here, let me put it through curves in Photoshop. No, nobody's proven that they've been edited. And when it all comes down to it, so well, they made it, they looped it. That's editing.
just making a claim that they're not edited doesn't make it not edited. People have shown and gone through it and shown it's edited. So again, can I show a video quickly? Because this is based on why I think you have such a,
Sure
how can I put it, hard time not wanting the flat earth to be real. Because you have, seems to be flat earth hurt you somehow and you have a personal vendetta against it.
Oh, no, it's the emotional shit. Oh, you seem to be really triggered by it, and it seemed to have hurt you. So why point to the place in the flat earth where it hurt you?
Yeah, you can go ahead and
God,
share your
what a
screen whenever you're
pathetic
ready
fuck.
there.
Holy shit.
And
Okay.
that's up
Is
and
it
running.
showing?
What
Yep,
a
sure is.
pathetic piece of shit.
It took me over a year to come up with the final experiment. Every time I would come up with an idea, it would just never work. And then one day, I got it.
This is Will Duffy. Well, Pastor Will Duffy, to be exact. He is the author of what he calls the final experiment.
What? Why is he playing it so slow?
The issue here is this actually the final experiment for all humanity or just for him?
Well, and a friend of mine, her name is Wendy, she posted something about flat earth. And at first, I thought she must be joking, but there was no punchline. So I read the comments, and it
No, you're debating the punchline, man. You're talking to the punchline.
seemed genuine. This was very peculiar to me. How could someone today, in the 21st century, think the earth is flat?
Well, the whole point to that is it shows this is just a personal thing for you because you have an issue with the flat earth for some reason.
No, he has an issue with you calling him dishonest when he's not. And you are the most dishonest person I've ever seen in my fucking life.
And you have to make it your mission in life to discredit it and to debunk it. So again, you came up with the final experiment. You even said later,
Hey, ha ha ha.
if I go around there, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I just know I had to. So, Will Duffy, is it true?
Yeah, and when a mathematician says, "I know I'm going to prove that right, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do it." Same thing, Flatzoid. You fucking ignorant asshole.
That you are making sure that you have to do something about flat earth because it bothers you.
Yeah, it bothers any honest person.
No, I chose to.
There isn't one single honest person in this world that flat earth doesn't bother.
So you could have just left it.
Of course.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I just have to. Doesn't that make it seem very personal?
No. But by the way, that video was edited.
That was my documentary I made, yes.
And you edited my voice.
Yeah, to make him sound unreasonable. To make him sound drunk. That's usually why they do it, to make the person sound like he's intoxicated. Or dumb.
Yes, because of copyright issues. It's
Okay,
called fair use.
But by the way,
No, fair use prevents you from getting sued or prevents your videos from getting taken down if you present them not unprocessed or unedited. If you don't change them in some way, like if you play the whole thing, you're going to get struck. But if you only play a clip, you don't have to edit that clip. You don't have to make the clip sound any different for the copyright for fair use to still be in play.
I'm completely fine that you edited. Does the fact that you edited my voice make that video fake?
No.
Yeah, it would. Yes. By your own standards, by your own standards, it makes it fake.
Because you spoke those words, did you not? I can give
But you edited it. There was a 24-hour sun, was there not? But you say it was edited.
you the source saying exactly the same things.
What a
Yeah,
dishonest
so
motherfucker.
it doesn't mean that I'm not real just because you edited it, right?
Nope.
So
There
the
you
one
go.
video, so flat earthers claim to be researchers. They're not.
Nope.
I have shown that through the final experiment a ton of times. So if flat earthers were researchers, they would have taken the only one video of the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. None of the rest are edited. They would have taken the one that was edited and they would have reached out to the guy. I did. His name is Anthony Powell, and I'm now friends with him. And I said, hey, man, just curious why you made an edit. He explained it to me. He explained to me the whole thing, and then he gave me a link to the unedited video.
Now, if that's the one I'm thinking of, it's the one where he shows into the camera, and then he talks about it a little bit, and then he lets it play. The looping came in where he didn't go from the beginning of the 24-hour, from the time that he started to where he ended. The video that he took it from ended way past the end of that 24-hour period. And the beginning of that 24-hour time lapse didn't start until after he started filming. So he basically took more of a 24-hour clip for his 24-hour clip.
See that? And so I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that's not me. I didn't say that because it's edited. I'm going to say the truth, which is, of course, we know it was edited. We know why, and we know that it's still real. So you claiming that you don't believe there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica because you think all the videos are faked is not a good argument.
No. Not because all the
Yeah.
videos are fake, because I don't see evidence for it. There's a difference. You either don't have evidence.
No, you won't accept evidence for it. There's a difference. You not seeing evidence is bullshit because we provided you with the evidence. You not accepting it, that's the issue.
Evidence for something, or because videos are fake, is part of the evidence. Again, you trying to say we don't research things is just, again,
You don't. If you did research things, you wouldn't have said the stupid things you fucking said earlier today on your first live stream.
another jab at flat earthers and showing you are just a bigot, unfortunately. But I have a personal.
So now he's calling him a bigot. Good going, buddy. Good going. You've just lost the debate. Well, you did earlier, but you officially have lost the debate.
Question for you, because
When you resort to calling your opponent a bigot because he won't agree with you, because he calls flat earthers out as liars, that you fucking lost, man.
since you are a pastor and you don't believe what the Bible says about the firmament, and you do think Jesus is coming from
Right. He doesn't believe the bullshit that flat earthers have made up about the Bible saying whatever it says. No, he doesn't believe that.
the crust, apparently, because you think the firmament's the crust. How did you get up with that?
My previous pastor, who has since passed away, who was
pastored away,
way smarter than me, wrote a detailed article based on the Hebrew word and based on Moses in Genesis 1 adding a qualifier to the word firmament, calling a different firmament a firmament of the heavens. And he argued that rakia might actually be referring to the crust of the earth. It sounds plausible to me. I'm not a Hebrew expert. And yeah, that's where I came up.
Flatzoid's a Hebrew expert. He's got a Strong's Concordance and everything.
With that position.
Okay, I can quickly explain it to you. Rakia comes from the root word raka, which means to beat out firm. In Genesis, it's talking about God created rakia, the firmament, to separate the waters above from the waters below. So that's not below. Already you got up and down wrong. When it comes to the heavens, you're talking about Shamayim, which means the sky. There's more than one firmament or heaven in the Bible. So no, it can't be the crust, because what happens when Jesus comes down from heaven? Does he come down or does he come from the crust?
The firmament of the heavens is not the crust of the earth.
Just to jump
Remember,
in
I've
real
never-
quick, somebody in our live chat said rakia means archway to the sky or archway.
No, it doesn't.
Just
No,
I just
it-
was throwing that in there.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
if
no,
it
it
helps.
it means solid expanse, solid firmament,
Okay,
vault
yeah.
of the sky.
So, yeah, okay. So I've never said that the firmament of the heavens is the crust. So,
Okay, so what firmament is the crust then? That doesn't make sense, because there's nowhere in the Bible where it talks about the crust being the firmament at all.
Nowhere in the Bible does it say the earth is flat either.
it does in the beginning of Genesis 1
No,
before
it doesn't.
adds a it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want to talk about the past. I want to talk about the reality of our present world. Like, just so you know, theoretically, there could be a spherical firmament around a globe. Like, the idea of a firmament doesn't tell us one way or the other if the earth is flat or a globe.
Oh, yes, it does, because the
Okay.
globe, does the globe have a firmament?
Theoretically, it could.
But that would be a false dichotomy, right?
Where?
Oh my word. Do you remember how you were making the positive claim that there's a dome, but you can't prove it?
No, you made a claim that the firmament is a crust, and now you're making another firmament, a claim that there could be a dome or a firmament around the globe. Then how do they, where would it be? Because you guys claim people go to space, don't you?
I'm just telling you it could
No, he doesn't claim people go to space. People go to space. It's well documented.
be theoretically possible. It could. You're ready for this? How about this? What if there was one in the past and there's not one now? Wanting to focus on what happened in the past is the exact opposite of what I'm going for with the final experiment, which is what is happening on the world today. Not necessarily.
I tell you, Keith. Oh, what happened there? If you went to a doctor, right? And this doctor, you asked him what his credentials are, right? Because I know credentials aren't really important, but when you go to a doctor, you pretty much want a credentialed surgeon or a physician, right? And you had to get open heart surgery, right? And you talk to the doctor and he said, what are your credentials? What's your philosophy of medicine? And he said, well, I go by what the ancients say. That's what I go by, is what the ancients say. So I don't believe that I need to wash my hands before surgery. I don't need to do anything to be sanitary. You can't have any kind of problems. And I don't use a microscope because the ancients never used microscopes. I'm not going to use any metallic surgical tools. I'm going to use flint and fuck, we may just have to cut your leg off because we don't like the humor. So what would you think of that doctor, Flatzoid? What would you think of that guy that maybe listening what the fucking ancients say isn't the best plan?
To focus on what happened in the past is the exact
Jesus
opposite of
fucking
what I'm
Christ.
going for with the final experiment, which is what is happening on the world today.
And what's happening on the world today still keeps with how God created the earth. Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Why? When does it say God changed?
Well, Bible says that God that the sun goes across the sky and moves into a portal. Find those portals. Nobody's ever found a portal anywhere and seen the sun go into it, Flatzoid. So where are these portals? The Bible specifically says portals, but why can't we find them? Because they don't exist now. They may have existed when the Bible was written. They don't exist now. So you're fucking ignorant, man.
The earth.
God does things, right?
His word is the same.
Yeah, God does things. That's pretty much the explanation for everything with a Christian.
Today, tomorrow, and forever, correct?
Yeah, is the earth flooded right now?
No, because why would it be flooded right now?
Exactly.
The oceans
So
receded in Noah's time, as the Bible said.
Exactly. So God can do things in the past that change
Hey, Ronnie Frown.
the world that he created.
And did he say anything about him not having a firmament anymore?
Yeah, if you interpret the windows of heaven breaking open for the flood, you claimed there's waters above the firmament, so maybe it all broke, and that's where the water came for the flood. Do you see how easy this is to make?
No, this is
Hold on,
it's easy.
Don't interrupt, please. You see
Okay,
how
sorry.
easy this is to make the Bible say whatever we want it to?
I do
The
want
only difference is
I do want to interrupt.
There you go. Good point. Excellent point. So you can make the Bible say anything you want it to say, Flatzoid. It doesn't make reality any different than it is.
Right quick and just say that I don't think the final experiment is going to change either of your theological outlooks. So if we can get back into the subject at hand, we could definitely visit, a debate, if that's something you're interested in, and having a debate versus each other regarding that subject, and we can really unpack at that time. But yeah, for the audience,
I still want to see this motherfucker debate Aaron Ra on religion. I really do.
That's coming in for this debate. Let's try to focus back on the Antarctica or the 24-hour sun. So, either one of you, just
great. Yeah. But can I just give a
here.
statement about that quickly then?
I'm thinking about emailing Aaron Ra and telling him that Flatzoid has said he wants to debate him. Right? You've heard that. We've heard him say that. I want to email Aaron Ra and tell him that I'll help him move a fold-out couch from a third-story walk-in if he debates Flatzoid.
And you just have to look at Revelations where God says he's going to pull the firmament up like a rolled scroll. That means the firmament's still there. But anyway, back to the final experiment. Okay,
Jesus
the final
Christ.
experiment, again, you haven't shown how it's going to either disprove a flat earth or prove a globe.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is a 24-hour...
Here, Flatzoid, let me fucking show it to you really goddamn simple. Here's your flat earth. Here's the path that the sun takes. Can't go any further south than that. Here's you. Do I have an arrow? Here's the direction you're looking. Can you ever see the... Here's the flat earth. Here's the furthest south the sun could ever fucking go. Here's you. Here's the direction you're looking. Can you ever see the fucking sun in front of you? No, you fucking couldn't. But on the heliocentric model, the sun is way the fuck out here. So yeah, on a globe, we could see it.
sun in Antarctica evidence for the globe?
Jesus.
That's a claim of the model, so it's just evidence for it, yes?
I'm asking you, do you believe that a 24-hour sun is evidence for the globe?
Based on its model, yes, because it's the claim made.
Okay, great. So if we see a 24-hour sun, that's evidence we live on a globe.
Yeah.
One evidence.
Great.
But he'll never accept it. He'll never accept it as evidence. That's the problem.
So,
I mean, like I said it before, by all accounts and all stretches of logic, Flatzoid should be the smartest motherfucker on the planet because he's been fed more information than a college student. People have just spoon fed him mountains of evidence that people would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get otherwise. This motherfucker just hand waves every bit of it and is dumber than dog shit because of it.
What does that got to do with flat Earth now? How does that disprove flat Earth?
Well, hold on. If
there's evidence for a globe and no evidence for a flat Earth, it kind of makes it a globe, dipshit.
we prove the globe, that
No, you haven't proved that.
inherently, hold on. If we prove the globe, that would inherently refute flat Earth.
But you haven't proved the globe.
Yes, we have, fucker. We most certainly have. You're a liar.
Evidence,
Okay.
one evidence doesn't make it a globe. Again,
A mountain of evidence does.
24-hour sun
Yeah.
can work on a flat Earth too. It doesn't.
And a complete lack of evidence for the alternative also does.
Make it a globe.
Okay, you just made a positive claim. You said a 24-hour sun can work on a flat Earth too. How?
Reflection, internal reflection, one of the issues. One
Oh my fucking Lord. Oh wow.
of the ideas, you could say. Remember, we as flat earthers don't claim to know what the sun is or where it really is.
But you know more than everybody else, don't you?
But there are models out there which people have made to show you, and I'm sure you've seen it, internal reflections to give a 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
And they don't work, man. They don't fucking work at all.
Okay,
So
They don't match reality, man.
this
What
comes
would-
back. Sorry, so this comes back to you saying proving the globe. But remember my opening, I said you haven't shown anything else, which is the glaring issue of the globe claims. You claiming so many things which show against the globe, but now you're saying because something that can work on both models means globe. Don't you think that's a
Okay.
bit illogical?
let me ask you this. What would prove the globe?
Everything. Show me gas burst out containment.
We have.
Show the Earth actually spinning.
We have.
Show gravity actually doing anything. What is gravity?
We have. Look, gravity's doing shit. We've shown you the Cavendish experiment, which confirms gravity, mass attracting mass.
No one even knows. There's no science for gravity.
Yeah, there is, and you've been explained this. Wow. Good God, man. He's just flat out lying at this point.
Because it's not even a scientific hypothesis and scientific experiment for gravity.
Okay, so if I show you evidence right now that the Earth is spinning, that would prove the globe to you?
How are you going to show evidence? Go ahead.
That's no. If I show you
go
evidence,
ahead.
no, hold on. You need to answer the question. If I show you, you just said if I can show the Earth is spinning, that would prove the globe. So if I can show you right now,
Evidence.
hold on. If I can show
There's
you,
a different way, right? There's a difference between evidence and proof.
okay, so
There's a difference between evidence and what I'll accept.
hold on. Forget evidence for a second. Keith, what would prove the globe?
Okay, what would prove the globe? Show gas pressure without containment, please.
I already did. Bernoulli's principle. Our atmosphere. It's gravity. Gravity holds it down.
Okay, great. I'm going to share my screen. More than happy to do this. Here we go.
And we know it doesn't need to be contained because we have different pressures within the room. Those pressures don't have to be contained away from the other pressures.
All
Sorry,
right, you're
guys.
up and running.
Okay. Can you see that?
No.
We can now, yes.
There you go. There you go. Gas pressure without containment. Gravity does that, bitch.
That's not
Okay.
showing gas pressure without a globe.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is a photograph. Or is it video? Yeah, this is the 72 blue marble, I believe. So yeah, this is the photograph Flatzoid. Just like you could take with your camera, Flatzoid.
Without
Actually, not with your camera. This is a film camera.
containment.
Sure it is.
No, that's showing a picture claimed to take from a place that violates natural law. So can
No, see, that's circular reasoning. Well, it violates natural law, but it has to be there as a violation of natural law when it's a photograph. No, fuck you, man. Fuck you. I don't understand the laws of thermodynamics.
Can you please show me where
Hold
you
on.
have gas pressure without containment?
This is a picture of gas pressure without containment.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
What is this?
It's claimed to be a picture that is in a place that violates natural law. That means
No, it doesn't violate natural law.
the picture is not showing the globe in space. Now, I'm asking you to actually demonstrate gas pressure without containment.
I am. Okay,
It's
so
not. You're not. You're
quick
taking me
question.
to
See, everything you present to him either debunks you or nah. And he thinks he's a good debater. He thinks in his mind right now, I'm winning this debate.
Narnia.
Okay,
You're taking me to Narnia to prove something in Narnia. Do you get the
Okay.
issue here?
quick question for you. Do you recognize this picture?
The blue marble.
Yes,
Okay.
from 1972 with a film camera.
Okay, so I apologize if anybody thinks that this was not right of me, but I set you up. This is not the blue marble.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. They look the same. What's the issue?
Exactly. That is the issue. So flat earthers believe that Apollo 17 only took one picture of the Earth from space. That's
Never
false.
said that.
Okay, do you know how many pictures of the Earth they took?
No, because they took hundreds. Apparently.
Correct.
Apparently.
They took hundreds
I mean, it's just sad. This is pathetic. It really is.
of
I mean, just denial on a base level.
pictures of the Earth from Apollo.
But he won't deny anything the Bible says, right? It was written 2,000 years ago by functionally illiterate dipshits.
17. You thought this was the blue marble because it looks just like the blue marble. This picture, I left the number here at the top, is 22725, which they took before the blue marble picture. Okay?
Something's covering your
I don't see what the point of this is.
picture
Yeah,
right now.
like a
There's
gray screen.
Sorry.
Oh, it's,
I
it's
just
away now.
I just fixed it. So here are two pictures, Keith, that they took from Apollo 17. Now, I listened to your videos and I know your take on what these are, but can you tell the audience what you believe these are?
These are photos that are very easily done in studio.
No, not like no.
What kind of a studio?
A dark room with a
A dark room.
model. Even a hyper-realistic
Studio?
a dark room with a model. Even a hyper-realistic
No, they don't model anything in a dark room, dipshit.
painting and a photo with a film camera.
Okay, great. So in your opinion, these are pictures of paintings.
Hyper-realistic, yeah, it's possible. It's more
It's possible.
possible than showing Narnia that goes against entropy and telling me that's where it's taken. So again, can you demonstrate gas pressure without containment instead of taking me to a place that violates natural to say, look, it's a photo of it?
So, can you show me evidence that I won't deny? And we'll just say it's fake. Can you do that? Can you possibly present evidence that I won't deny automatically? That I haven't decided in my tiny little rodent brain ahead of time that I'm going to deny?
I'm getting there, I promise. Okay. By the way, I spent a lot of time on this for you specifically, and I focused on South Africa, which is where you are from. So these two pictures are claimed by NASA to have been taken at different times from Apollo 17, but you're claiming that they're just pictures of a painting.
I just set a 5-minute
So-
timer for going into Q&A, just to let you know.
Okay.
So we'll do 5 more, and then we'll start doing
Great.
questions.
So Keith, then that means these pictures should be the same if they just took a
No.
picture of a painting.
We never do live episodes. The It's a terrible strain on our animator's wrists.
No, I said could be hyperrealistic paintings.
Oh, could be. Oh, could be. Ah, ambiguity. The liar's friend.
It could also be a model. Can you make a spherical model?
You tell me. I don't know.
Yes, the answer is yes.
That looks like this?
Yes. Have you ever seen NASA's model division? Have you ever seen the models they made? They made hyper-realistic painted models.
I haven't seen any of those from 1972, but here's what
of the moon
I did. I zoomed in to South Africa for you.
Mm-hmm.
And these pictures,
whatever normal is, okay. Imagine me standing up and talk. Well, here. Ah, shit. Knocked my plate off. It was empty. See how I'm standing here talking to you with my underwear inside my pants? That's normal.
when I zoom in, still look the same.
Wow. So it's the same model taken with the same camera?
But then
No, those are two different ones.
I zoomed in a little bit more, and if you
Those are different. Those are very, very different, Flatzoid.
look, they're different. The clouds have changed ever so slightly.
Can they have more than one model?
It's a claim you're making without evidence, but I just want people to realize
You are claiming they can go to a place that violates natural law and stating your argument is, look, they took this in the place that
Prove it violates natural law without your Bible. Do it.
violates natural law, so therefore it doesn't. I want you to demonstrate, not in Narnia, where gas pressure.
I'm not sure if I missed either one of you guys. I think I caught Joe King. I think I said hello to you. Stanley Tools and Stephen Jarvis. I'm not sure if I missed one of you. I think I got everybody else.
Does not need containment, please.
what I'm saying is that they took hundreds of pictures on Apollo 17, and every single one of them is different. And so your argument that they're taking pictures of a painting or a model is completely invalid. Since we're running out of time, and I said this at the beginning, you have criticized me for being insecure about my religion. And I wanted to ask you a question. Are you insecure about your religion?
Definitely not.
Are you a Jehovah's Witness?
Definitely not.
Okay, so you believe that Jehovah's Witnesses, JWs, are completely wrong because they state that we live on a globe.
Yes.
Okay, great. I appreciate that.
All right, let's get into the super chats.
JWs are heretics. They don't follow Christian doctrine. That's why. Not if they believe a globe.
You don't either. You don't follow Christian doctrine. Not at all. You emotionally abuse your children. You lie 24/7. You call other Christians names. You judge other Christians, which is completely against the Bible. You don't follow the Christian doctrine at all. You lie about God's creation, man.
Or not. Heck, I don't call people not Christians just because they believe in a globe. So again, trying to make it seem I don't believe they're real just because they believe in a globe.
No, you just call them heretics because they don't believe in the globe. That they don't believe in flat earth. You just call them heretics. And evil and demonic.
Well,
and liars.
As somebody whose wife was, yeah, I can definitely say they probably won't be on the channel anytime soon, based on what I have. Well, anyway, let's just get into the super chats.
Hey, Ryan.
I'd love for that to happen, though. That'd be a lot of fun. Sorry, what's up?
Hey, Ryan. Right before we get into super chats, I have made a discovery. It's massive. Throughout this entire experience of the final experiment, I have noticed that the flat earthers do not want to make predictions. They do not want to show a model. And I figured out why. You ready for this? Flat earth doesn't have a model because you can't model something that doesn't exist. Just let that sink in, everyone. Thanks.
Exactly. You can't measure something that doesn't exist. You can't make predictions from something that doesn't exist. Absolutely.
So much.
So another false statement. Thank you.
All right, let's just get into those super chats there, guys. So thank you to both of our speakers on the panel.
Well, predict eclipses with Hebrew cosmology. Go ahead, Flatzoid. Predict tides with Hebrew cosmology.
Panel for having a lively discussion, making space for each other to make your points. It was a lot of fun. We've got a lot of people tuned in right now. Almost 900 people have already voted in the poll. So let us know what you think. Will there be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? 70% have voted yes, 22% have voted no, and then 9% have said I don't believe in the sun. They just don't play by the rules, and you know what? Whatever. We're just going to read those super chats, so keep them coming in. I set an hour on the timer, so we're going to do a hard stop there, guys, at that time. So I do apologize in advance if we don't get to read any of your super chats, but with that said, let's get right to it. Roger Ledwell, thank you so much for your super chat, says, Will, you have sent me on the flat Earth experiment, or the flat experiment. Or the final experiment. Sorry, I see FE. Sorry, in these debates. I see FE and my brain just goes... Anyway, you should have sent me on the final experiment. Oh, this could be tough. All right.
I'm sorry. He's asking if I should have sent him, or is it just a statement?
Yeah, it's just a statement. Yeah, I read it wrong, and now
I can tell you the context. He
okay.
spoke to Duffy a few times, and it sounded like Duffy would like to send him, and it just, I don't know, somehow fizzled out.
Never said that. From the very beginning, I picked 24 flat earthers. I had them, we voted on them. We started with Dave Weiss, then we went to Jaron, then we went to Austin. I don't know what he's talking about.
All right, let's just carry on. I don't think,
I wasn't on the fucking list.
I say there's too much to get out of yeah, it's not really much of a question, more of a statement. So Big Daddy Globe says, Will, thank you for the final experiment. You're the man. All right, so Big Daddy Globe
Appreciate it.
He's giving you a huzzah on the chat. We'd appreciate that too. LJ he's coming in to grill you. I know he is. Thanks, LJ, for your support. It says, Duffy, how much money did it take to sell your soul? Oh, LJ. I don't know if there's... You can tell LJ to
LJ is that anti-Semitic piece of shit that's on Flatzoid's channel.
fly off if you want, but it's up to you.
Yeah, no one's paying me, haven't sold my soul, so it's just another baseless claim. I'm guessing he's a flat earther.
All right. LJ has another question. Says, why doesn't Earth spin under a hovering helicopter?
Oh, my word. Okay, so this is definitely complete ignorance about the globe model. You need to watch a video of somebody that's on like a moving car or a moving train, or just go on an airplane. When you jump up in an airplane, you don't fly back and hit the back. When you're in the back of a pickup truck and you jump up, you don't fly out the back. It's called conservation of momentum. This is very, very basic stuff. So when a helicopter takes off, and when a plane takes off, it's still moving at the same speed as the rotation of the Earth.
So Velcro there. Can you explain?
No, motherfucker. Nobody says Velcroed air except for you. Nobody.
In the tangential velocity with elevation.
No. I don't even know what that is.
So your change in tangential velocity with elevation is like minuscule.
All right, let's ask them.
The difference between like 1,000 miles and 1,005 or some shit like that.
Means it has to speed up to keep with the rotation, the higher it goes up. Therefore, it is invoking extra energy, which goes against the first law of thermodynamics.
Like the sun has to go faster around the Tropic of Capricorn because it's 4 times the distance in the Tropic of Cancer, kind of like that?
No, this is a total false equivalence.
Oh,
this
okay.
is about your
No, it's a great equivalence.
Velcroed air, which you're claiming is moving in lockstep with the Earth.
No, nobody says it's Velcroed air. See, great straw man.
The higher you go up, the faster the air has to travel with the Earth. So in other words, it has to get energy to keep up with the Earth, and therefore it violates the first law of thermodynamics.
All right, let's move on there. I was injecting. I thought you guys were ready to move on and wrap up, but sorry if I was cutting you off.
All good.
Second best Bob says for $5, Flatzoid blocks me from his channel for asking questions. Ask him why. This is second best Bob. I don't know if you want to say anything to Bob or if you want to carry on.
Last time I checked, Bob was on my stream last night, so I'm not sure what he's talking about.
I'd like to say something. Flat earthers claim that there is censorship of flat earth because it's true. In my year of doing the final experiment, people keep contacting me and they're like, hey, Will, this flat earther has blocked me. This flat earther has banned me. This flat earther won't let me post on his channel anymore.
Right. They're cowards. They're cowards. They hate to hear the truth.
The biggest censorship I've ever seen in my entire life comes from flat earthers. And if that's not saying something,
Don't abuse it, Cygnus. Don't abuse it.
I don't know what is.
Okay, would you not block someone who comes and literally just posts negative comments about you and swearing and going crazy because they're triggered ape shit because they're taking away the globe away?
Never.
Well, I've got people literally obsessed
Yeah. Unless someone's racist, they don't get blocked on my channel.
with me that they literally try and get information about me. It's crazy that they even bring my wife and children into it. This is how crazy they are. That's why I block them.
All right.
When
next
you get
one.
stalkers, then you talk again.
All right, let's just ask the next question before we get down into a different rabbit hole. JSS Tiger asks, can
You block people for saying hello, man.
Flatzoid explain how divergent sun rays are different from parallel railroad tracks appearing to converge at a vanishing point?
Yeah, simple. Sunlight, physically diverging. Railway roads, apparently converging.
Wrong, because if you look straight up, if you have a nice hazy day that's all the way across the sky, when you have crepuscular rays, if you look up, they'll be parallel.
One's optical, one's
Just like railroad tracks.
physical.
Any response on the other side, or you want to carry on?
So you got crepuscular rays originate from the sun, and then anti-crepuscular rays are when they exit our field of view 180 degrees from the sun. What are they when they're straight up? Are they half crepuscular and half anti-crepuscular when you're looking at your zenith? How does that work? There should be a name for when you're looking straight up and seeing them parallel. There should be a subclass for them.
Nope.
All right, no worries. Well, thank you to our panel. I'll just quickly say Flatzoid and Will for answering the questions. We
So Flatzoid still doesn't understand perspective at all.
are answering questions right
Because we've explained to him hundreds of fucking times why they look like that.
now from our live audience. So remind you once again, in case you forgot how YouTube works, hit the like button, boost us up in the algorithm. I see that there's well over, we had over 1,000 there. So yeah, hit that like button. Let's try to keep this pumped out in the algorithm. That'd be a lot of help for the channel. We love you guys. Sunflower says, Flatzoid, wouldn't a 24-hour sun in Antarctica be harder to reconcile on a flat Earth than on a globe?
No, because we haven't made a claim. Okay, compared
You have made a claim, though. You have.
to a globe, no. Because internal reflection can explain it. So, no.
Oh,
Not really.
okay. Okay.
Any thoughts?
So just prove your dome, man. Prove your dome. That's all you got to do. Prove it.
On the other side?
I mean, you're making a claim of a dome that can be reflected off of. So you have to prove your dome. You have to prove that there is a dome that light can reflect from or reflect off of.
Carry on.
Yeah. So when these things come out like internal reflection, that's a claim. Number one, that's a claim that there will be no evidence given for, just like the claim that there's currently a dome in the sky. And so there is a double standard here, which is when the globe side makes a claim, we have to give evidence. But when they make claims, they just claim that they're not making claims.
Yeah.
No, we do.
Very good. Absolutely. They claim that, yeah.
Have evidence. It's called the law of entropy, which you failed
Oh.
to prove against.
I was mentioning
You failed to understand it, dude. You don't understand the laws of entropy or thermodynamics.
your claim that there is reflected suns and a
With a
dome.
Yeah,
those-
the reason we
those-
know we have a dome is the law of entropy. The reason we know we have reflection is because the dome.
Oh.
How do you know the dome is a reflective material?
Just like the Bible says.
The Bible says the dome
Crystal
is a
molten
reflective
looking
material.
glass. How do you know it's not a reflective surface?
It doesn't exist, so I can't model it.
That's not my issue. That's yours.
It's actually
No, you made the claim that it's real. You have to prove that.
yours, but that's okay.
No, that's not my issue.
All right,
You
let's-
can't model
let's
it
not
because
do
you
I know
don't
you
believe
are,
it.
what am
Doesn't
I?
make
Come
it
on.
my
Damn.
issue.
What
It
a
just means you're
fucking idiot.
denying reality.
We're not doing Yeah, that's fun. All right, let's carry on, guys. Yeah, that's fun. Thanks, Sunflower, for your super chat.
Just because you don't believe my claim doesn't mean I have to prove it.
We got a lot of super chats, so we are gonna try to pump through. Davgar says, "Where does a pastor? Sorry, like I said, I'm so tired. My goodness, we were up so late last night. If you didn't see last night's debate, go check it out after this one. It was wild. I will say, it was definitely wild.
I mean, what an abject, worthless piece of fucking shit. I agree with you, Sean. You should have been asked. Oh.
So
Yeah.
Davgar says, "Where does a pastor send idiots to Antarctica money? What would happen if you allocated equal funds to help your community?"
Yeah, so people don't realize how much I'm actually going to be helping the community, meaning worldwide community, with the final experiment. There's the famous proverb, right? Give a man a
I mean, I fucking hate this argument. Where they say, well, why don't you take that money and put it toward better things like helping the homeless? And it's like, it's the same argument that a drunk driver or a person that runs a stop sign who's getting a ticket say, well, why aren't you out arresting criminals? Fuck off.
fish, you'll feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you'll feed him for a lifetime. Something.
I mean, does that person have any toys, any commodities at home? Like, do they have more than 7 cans of food in their pantry? Why don't they give those to the homeless? Right? You don't need more than 7 cans of food in your pantry. 1 can a day, that's all you need, right? Do you have like a television, a computer? Why do you have a computer? You should take that money, sell it, take that money, give it to the homeless. You don't need a computer. Fuck that argument.
Thing like that. I am doing the equivalent of that. People don't see that yet, but they will. There's been a
See, the list was the Cool Kids Club, and I'm not a member of it. I never will be because of my persona, because of the words I use. I'll never be part of the Cool Kids Club because I'm not part of the non-cursing intellectual club.
a common theme that I've seen throughout the final experiment, which I never saw coming. And that is flat earthers have told me literally dozens of times that they're broke and that they don't have money. It's weird. They've volunteered that to me in the context of not being able to join us or not being able to afford to go to Antarctica on their own. And so I think it's possible that wasting time on flat earth, becoming obsessed with flat earth and making it your life actually makes you broke. And so I'm hoping to free flat earthers from that through the final experiment.
Right. If you go woke, you go broke. Good point. Go woke, go broke.
Can I just say something? First of all, that's a very big.
I mean, fucking Daniel Pratt did. He fucking lost his job, man. He lost his fucking job. Made his family homeless, his children homeless because of his stupid fucking beliefs. Hey, grumpy old mechanic.
Get that statement to make. Because flat earth, therefore poor. Dude, that is so wrong. How many people are poor globers? Does that man make them poor because they're a glober. The irony.
All I'm saying is I never saw this coming. I never would have thought of it, but it was volunteered to me, and it's just an interesting insight that I've made. And I started thinking about it. When I look at Flat Earthers' content, it's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours long. And I'm like, okay, this does make sense. They're obsessed and they're wasting their life on
Flatzoid's poor and he farts on orphans.
it. And so if I can free them from that, that's a good thing.
All right, I think we've
I
answered
think,
that one.
I think making sustainable jobs will actually feed them, but okay.
Well, let's. I think we've answered Dadgar's question there, and yeah, don't worry about too much censorship. I know Flatzoid's good for good for a chat. he's had some pretty hot takes from the live audience in the past, so he takes it with grace. LJ says, "Why can't I purchase a ticket to watch a rocket land?"
You can.
Is that question for me?
You can purchase a ticket to watch a rocket land. What the fuck are you talking about? You can go there for free. You don't have to fucking pay to watch.
I would imagine from LJ, it is probably for you.
I mean, how close do you live to Florida?
Why?
So I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm pretty sure you can watch rockets land for free. I will say that the video that Red's Rhetoric.
No, here you charge it. Here, pay me $500 and I'll give you. I'll tell you where to go. It's not free.
Rick made that again. Keith took 11 frames out of. Does show something landing into the ocean, and it shows it actually going behind the curve of the Earth.
I have a question for you. Since I took an inferior mirage away, and one.
That's called removing frames. Those are the frames you removed, Flatzoid. The inferior mirage, the frames that the images of the inferior mirage were encoded onto. You took those out, and there were 11 of them. Listen to he thinks if he words it like that, it won't be dishonest.
Once I took the inferior mirage where it looked, well, before I took it away, it looked like it went behind the curve. Is the question the inferior mirage, is that the curve, or is the curve the curve?
There actually isn't an inferior mirage because the splash would have been hidden by the mirage as well, but it wasn't. It goes through the entire thing.
Because I removed the inferior mirage. Well,
right, the frames. 11 frames.
Done. So in other words, guys, he just conceded the Earth curve is not physical. It's an inferior mirage.
Oh, wow. What a fucking piece of shit. Oh, my God. What a piece of shit.
All right, let's just carry on there, guys. We got lots of questions. Dusty Circuit says, if the Earth
amazing.
is flat...
That's just fucking amazing to me. Holy shit.
How do you account for satellites? Anyone...
I mean, he's got to be double jointed in his whole body to fucking twist around like that.
One can test this with a simple $20 SDR and a directional antenna.
Nice. We have what we call satelloons. There's definitely geocentric satellites and things floating up in the sky.
No, there are no geocentric satelloons. And no, we don't have satellites that are in orbit on balloons. Sorry, pal.
But are they in the place that violates natural law? No. So there's definitely satellites. They're just not in space.
The place that violates natural law? You mean the place we've been to? That we can measure a zero air pressure? I mean that? We never run into a dome? Keep going higher and higher and higher? That you can't prove?
In a space vacuum.
I mean, God, what a fucking pathetic sack of shit.
Any thoughts on the other side? Do you want to carry on?
I've seen Starlink travel across the sky at night, and those are definitely not balloons.
Nope.
I agree. I never said they were. I said we.
But what are they then if they are in orbit and not in our atmosphere? Where are they? How far out does your dome go, man?
Do have balloons, not they are balloons.
What is Starlink?
So I know you said no. I said there are balloons, not they. That I've said they have balloons, not that they are balloons. So you could have just answered that question when he. It's like, how do you think that radio communication works? tricycle. That's basically. I mean, you said, oh, there are balloons. There are balloons, or it could be a balloon, or they have balloons. What the fuck? That's no answer. They have balloons. Yeah, they also have silverware and televisions and sofas and guitars and fucking hats too. But that doesn't answer the question. None of those are pertinent.
Sky at night, and those are definitely not balloons.
I agree. I never said they were. I said we do have balloons, not they are balloons.
What is
We have balloons.
Starlink?
I can have my birthday party. We have balloons.
Satellites, as you put it. But they're
Yes, satellites are in space, orbiting around the planet, going 17,000 miles an hour.
not in
And-
space.
Where are they?
By the way, Starlink sucks because I know a lot of flat earthers that have Starlink and they suck with their reception when they're streaming.
So what are they pointing at where they think the sun should be on a flat Earth? Is that what they're pointing their fucking antenna? Well, perspective makes it go to there, so I'm going to point it right there.
If they're not in space, though, where are they?
That felt so
In the
genuine.
sky.
Flatzoid.
In the sky. Okay. Satellites are in the sky.
And what's keeping them in the sky 24/7?
Anything can keep it in the sky. How do we know? There's a lot
No,
of
that-
technology
Oh my God. Oh my fucking Lord.
that's not actually available to the public. What about you can have electromagnetic propulsion? How do you know it's not just
Oh, so they hover? They just hover?
linked to the dome? Whatever, it doesn't really matter. It could be quantum locked for all we care. I'm not making a claim what it's doing. All I know is I see stuff in the sky and I don't need to make a claim on what it is or where it's coming from.
Oh my God. How pathetic.
All I do know is it can't violate natural law, so therefore it's not in space.
Oh my God. He's so fucking desperate.
All right, that one was for you, so
Wow.
I'll let you close that one out. But yeah, no, I definitely empathize with I don't know exactly what their internet connection is, but just about anybody when they drop out like that, it's really it's very sad. Anyways, Andrew Johnson, flats. How many meters are there in 35 kilometers?
3,500.
See, that is not the question that he needed to ask him. See, that's the Nathan Oakley question. The question for Nathan Oakley was, how many kilometers are there in 35 meters? Or something like that.
All right.
And Nathan Oakley said, you can't do that. You can't do that. Kilometers into meters? You can't do that. He said, Andrew Johnson said, how many meters in 35 kilometers? He got it wrong. Fucking disappointed.
Johnson, flats. How many meters are there in 35 kilometers?
3,500.
All right. Cool. All right. JSS Tiger says, if observation doesn't constitute science, then why do flat earthers use observation of a flat horizon as a default position?
Is that for Duffy?
No, it says, if observation doesn't constitute science, then why do flat earthers use observation of a flat horizon as a default position?
Because a flat horizon is a default position. Because everything
No, it's not. No, it's not.
you measure off is a flat Earth. Even the globe
No, it's not.
they're based off comes off of a horizontal plane. So by definition, it's literally flat. A horizon as well is a plane circle.
Any thoughts on the other side? Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, the horizon on a globe is a circle as well.
All right, let's just carry on. The grumpy old mechanic says, Flatzoid, what is your evidence that the Roald Amundsen expedition's meticulous observations of the 24-hour sun at the South Pole were faked?
Sorry, say again?
Some of these aren't worded so well, but maybe it was just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's going to be clippable. He said 3,500. Yeah, he did.
Flatsoid, what is your evidence?
Yeah, he did.
Plane circle. It's literally
Default position. As a science, then why do flat earthers use observation of what their internet connection is at. All right, that one was for you, so I'll let you close that one out. But yeah, no, I definitely empathize with when they flats. How many meters that is, but just about anybody when they drop out like that, it's really it's very sad. Anyways, Andrew Johnson, flats. How many meters are there in 35 kilometers?
3,500.
All right. Cool. All right. JSS Tiger says, if observation doesn't constitute science, then why do flat earthers use observation of a flat horizon as a default position?
Yeah. Oh, now he's going to Google it. See the confusion?
Is that for Duffy?
No, it says, if observation doesn't constitute science, then why do flat earthers use observation of a flat horizon as a default position?
Because a flat horizon is a default position.
No, it's not. No, you just say it is.
Because everything you measure off is a flat Earth. Even the globe they base off comes off of a horizontal plane. So by definition, it's literally flat. A horizon as well is a plane circle.
Any thoughts on the other side? Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, the horizon on a globe is a circle as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It absolutely is.
All right, let's just carry on.
Yeah, it's 35,000, Stephen.
The grumpy old mechanic says, Flatzoid, what is your evidence that the Roald Amundsen expedition's meticulous observations of the 24-hour sun at the South Pole were faked?
Sorry, say again?
Some of these aren't worded so well. Maybe it was just me. Flatzoid, what is your evidence that the Roald Amundsen expedition's meticulous observations of the 24-hour sun at the South Pole were faked?
I don't know. I've got to look at it. Has anybody got a link for that? Then I can look at it. Maybe I've seen it. Maybe I don't. I don't know.
All right.
But again, it doesn't mean it's faked. Like I said, it just doesn't prove if the Earth is globe or flat.
It would have to. It would prove it proves one or the other. Oh my God!
You're having some trouble there. I'm doing what I can
What a
to.
And the
fucking
funny
idiot.
thing is, it's 20 past 12 at night, and my children are awake. But that's because it's 35 degrees Celsius at the moment, and we're dying of heat.
Oh my. Yeah, not up here. It snowed. Snowed here in Nova Scotia this morning, my G.
Suck it, liar.
All right, let's see. Vipe says, Flatzoid, which encyclopedia details the impenetrable barrier south of 80 degrees that aircraft keeps crashing into?
Encyclopedia of 1958 talks about the dome, and then the impenetrable barrier was
Added by you?
by explorers like Richard Byrd.
No, he never talked about an impenetrable barrier that planes crashed into.
Hold on. Are you saying that airplanes have crashed into a dome at 80 degrees south?
That was apparent testimonials of this, yes.
Huh. I wonder how our plane is going to land at 80 degrees south.
Depends on how you are.
So hopefully we'll see the dome then.
Hopefully. I think that'll be more of a truthful thing. Go and search for the dome instead of look at the sky and determine what's happening on the ground and ignore all the other evidence that it's not a globe.
There's a guy crossing Antarctica right now alone. He'll tell us, but I don't think he's going to run into any domes.
Yeah, it doesn't help that they always, when they get to the South Pole, they make a hard right or left.
He comes out south of New Zealand, and he started south of South America. That doesn't work on any
Which
flat
follows
Earth.
the flat Earth map going across. Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Yes. Everybody that's
Wait, what? flat Earth.
According to Wikipedia.
Okay. What did he say?
Sky and determine what's happening on the ground and ignore all the other evidence that it's not a globe.
There's a guy crossing Antarctica right now alone. He'll tell us, but I don't think he's going to run into any domes.
Yeah, it doesn't help that they always, when they get to the South Pole, they make a hard right or left.
He comes out south of New Zealand, and he started south of South America. That doesn't work on any
Which
flat
follows
Earth.
the flat Earth map going across. Yes.
No,
No, that he would have to go all the way around here, dude. Or he'd have to go all the way around there. But he's just going like this distance, this amount right there. But on flat Earth, it would be like this far.
it doesn't.
Yes. Everybody.
I mean, seriously. Means he's going from here to here, right? Where's New Zealand? Is this New Zealand? Or is that New Zealand? I don't know. Where's New Zealand? Can't tell anything from that fucked up piece of shit. New Zealand.
Flights from
So New Zealand is that it? That must be New Zealand. That'd be closer. Well, yeah, it is closer on a sphere. So he's going from here to here, which is only like about this far. But it would be that far on a flat Earth.
Everybody that's tried to circumnavigate that way
New Zealand.
seems to go to the south, and they.
Where's
Why? Because it follows your globe
where's the South Pole on here?
away from north.
No, where's the South Pole?
Away from north. So it's in Chicago. South Pole's in Chicago.
You just said everyone
Vagaries are the hallmark of the liar.
that goes to
The
Antarctica
geographic or the
goes to the
geographic,
South Pole and then veers. Where is it?
geographic or the magnetic?
Whichever you want.
What about ceremonial? See, there's three South Poles.
Well, they go to the South Pole wherever they place the.
I think there's actually four. There's like a ton of poles. There's like 8 or some shit. I think someone actually dissected it and brought it out to like 12 or 13 poles. I think that there's one extra. It no matter how many you come up with, it's always even or it's always odd because you have a ceremonial South Pole or something like that.
South Pole in the south,
Great. The one that they placed, where is it on the map?
in the ice.
So you don't know. It's fine.
What a dumb shit in the ice. What a dumb motherfucker. He's just totally stupid.
Not on that map. I can't show you like that pinpointed, but it's based on latitude and longitude, which is a coordinate system based on the flat Earth topography. Thank you.
All right. Well, hopefully when this is all over, we'll figure out whose dome is indeed an impenetrable.
Right, it's based on latitude and longitude. Like the geographical South Pole is 0 longitude or 90 south longitude or latitude. So where on this 90 south latitude is the South Pole located? Because there's only fucking one, man. So where is it? And why wouldn't it be here or here or here? Totally fucking useless.
Barrier. Let's see. Big Daddy Globe says you can make a model of a donkey Earth and make it work. I think this debate is over. Keep up the good work, Will. Oh my goodness, where's the bag of bread? Let's do it up, guys. All right, let's close out that poll and we'll let you answer the silly.
What's a donkey Earth?
Earth that's shaped like a donkey.
Real arse of a planet. No, so go ahead.
And so does that exist?
No, because the
To some dumb fuck it could.
point is you can make a model of anything and make it work. It doesn't make the model reality. In other words, it's called a reification fallacy. And that's what
You don't make a model work. You don't make a model work, dumb fuck. It's not the purpose of a model.
your globe's based upon.
If the donkey Earth doesn't exist, you actually can't model it, right? You can't talk about measurements. You can't talk about the boiling temperature of water because it's not real. That's my point.
Okay, I've got a book here. I can model this book out.
Yep, because it's real.
Dimensions, everything, and I can claim that's Earth. Does
No.
it make it Earth?
You can
No, you can't claim that's Earth because that's a book. Is this real life?
model the book
the
because
fuck?
it exists.
Yeah, you can model a donkey
Yeah, you model it because it exists. You can't model a flat Earth. Hence, no flat Earth model.
because a donkey exists.
Correct, but flat Earth doesn't have a model because you can't model something that doesn't
The
exist.
globe doesn't have a
Exactly.
model either. You
Yes, we do. We have the heliocentric model.
have
Yes.
multiple models for every single thing, just like
Right, which is a combination of the heliocentric model. Right.
how things work in reality. Just like flat Earth has multiple models, the globe has multiple models. You don't have one model for everything.
Yes, we do. We have one model that encompasses all the little teeny models. Are you saying you can't have one encyclopedia or one dictionary because there's a whole bunch of little words in there? Is that what you're saying? We have one model, the heliocentric model. Within that model, we have submodels, like the model of whatever, entropy, model of gravity. We have different models built in there, astronomical models. They're all predictive. Flat Earth isn't. Flat Earth has no model because you know you can't model it because you know it doesn't exist.
Everything.
And all those models agree with each other. They strengthen each other. They support each other. Flat Earth doesn't. You may have one thing that works here, and then something completely different that works over here, but they don't agree with each other. They don't work together when you put them together within the same model.
The globe has a model and it makes predictions, which it can do because
Okay.
the globe is real.
Pick up that globe of yours quickly, please.
That's not a globe model. That's a globe, a classroom globe.
Show me 9.8 meters per second squared gravity there, please.
That's not the heliocentric model. That's a globe. That's a physical representation of the size and shape of the Earth to scale. Jesus fucking Christ. He doesn't know what a model is, but yet he thinks he can fucking debate science.
This is not a life-size model. I'm sorry.
So a model cannot do everything. You don't get one singular model.
Oh my Lord. He thinks since there's a whole bunch of globes all over the world that there's more than one model. Is that what he thinks? Holy fucking shit.
When I say
Congratulations.
model, I don't mean a plastic globe.
That's a model, is it not?
No, it's a plastic globe. It is a model the same way as a fucking Airfix model is a model, something you glue together from plastic parts. But that's not a scientific model, stupid.
That is, yes, I'm talking about.
God damn it. He doesn't know the difference between a plastic model of an airplane and a fucking scientific model. He's just that dumb.
About modeling and being able to make predictions.
Okay, so if you have your globe model,
Yes.
can it make anything it wants to?
What do you mean? Anything it wants. It can make predictions based on the model. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you mean.
You claimed you only need one model for the globe. Can you present this one model for me, please?
Yes, the heliocentric model.
Yeah, it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about
So it's different
Hold on.
models.
No, it's not. It's the same globe, right? So the globe model can predict a path of totality in Orlando in the year 2045.
No, that's based on the Soros cycle. It's been
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Observed
It's
for centuries,
it's not.
thousands of
Okay.
years. Yes, it has.
Hold
No,
on a
it's
second.
not.
The Saros cycle says nothing about a path of totality over Orlando. You should admit that right now.
Okay. Yes, but it's based on cycles, so they're able to base those cycles on what's going to happen, and then they know.
No. The path of totality changes. The cycles might repeat, but the path of totality
the
changes.
cycles repeat.
Hold on. The path of totality will be in Orlando in 2045 because it's based on the globe model.
No, not because it's based on, because it's cycles.
No.
Yes.
There was no historical eclipse over Orlando that repeats. That's false.
How do you know?
You can go back and look.
How do you know? You guys claim on the globe that
Because you can go back and look, dipshit. What the fuck are you talking about? How do you know? But you can go back and look at the record. Well, how do you know?
the North Star never used to be Polaris, it used to be Thuban.
Right, yes, it shares a position in the sky every 26,000 years, something like that. Yeah, it shares its position with 6 or 7 others.
So
Do you have evidence for that?
it's okay.
Yes, we have records of it. That we have observations, recorded observations from centuries back by the Chinese, man.
We're gonna keep making predictions because the globe is real and the predictions will keep coming true. I'm still waiting for a single globe prediction that flat earthers can say will not come true. Still waiting for one.
Okay. I can.
What is it?
Aliens won't come.
It's not a globe prediction at all. That has absolutely nothing to do with the heliocentric model.
That's not a globe prediction. That has nothing
Yes,
to do
it
with
is.
the globe. No, that has nothing
Yes,
to do
it
with the
does.
globe.
That's got everything to do with the globe because you guys
Globe-
claim there's space aliens because globe in space. There we
Globe
go.
predictions have dates and times and geographic
God.
locations attached to them. That's a globe prediction.
Okay, can you show how the globe
I mean, how pathetic is this, man? I almost feel bad making fun of someone this fucking retarded.
works with God stopping the sun and the moon in the sky in John?
He didn't. Not the sun and the moon didn't stop in the sky, you fucking asshole. You gullible piece of shit. You gullible half-wit.
Joshua 10.
That's not a prediction.
Yes, it's actually shown to have happened.
No, it hasn't been shown to have happened, you dumb motherfucker.
There's a missing day. There's
I
literally a
just-
missing day in history.
It's okay. I think you just proved
No.
that you
No, there isn't a missing day in history, asshole.
can't name a single globe
Oh my
prediction that won't
God.
come true.
I just did.
What?
Your globe cannot account for a day missing.
That's not a fucking prediction, asshole. What the fuck? God damn, he's just dumb.
In history.
That's not a prediction. I'm talking about the future.
That shows your globe to be false because it
That's not a prediction, motherfucker. Is he this goddamn dumb? Can a human be this fucking stupid? Is it possible?
cannot predict why it was not shown.
It wasn't. It never fucking happened, and you can't find where it did.
Okay, it's not a prediction, but that's okay.
Yes, it is. Can you predict using your globe on why the day's missing?
That's
That's not. Jesus, he doesn't know what the word prediction means. Here, let's help him out. Let's help the fucking idiot out. Prediction, definition.
Here's the definition of prediction. A thing predicted, a forecast.
A forecast, something in the future. What's the simple definition of a prediction? A prediction is what someone thinks will happen in the future. Not has already happened, what will happen.
a past event. I'm talking about future events that the globe predicts, like the eclipse path of totality in 2045.
It's a cycle. What
No,
more
it's
can I
not.
tell you?
There is no
Yes, it
cycle
is.
that says
It's a cycle.
there's always going to be a path of totality in Orlando. That's false. You should just admit this and just be honest about this.
Does it follow a cycle or not?
No. No, there's never been a path of totality in Orlando, Florida. So no, there's no pattern to follow, stupid.
Day is a cycle. The path of totality is not. Just please don't misrepresent the
path,
globe model.
And wait. The path is following a cycle as it's moving along as well, correct?
Only on the globe.
No, not only on a globe. A cycle repeats itself with a pattern. So that pattern.
So how did the path of totality repeat itself when it's never happened before?
Of the
See, he's wanting to cherry pick out of an event, something that happens. He's wanting to cherry pick out of that thing because he doesn't like the part of that thing that proves him wrong.
Path of totality is moving.
God damn it.
Cycling.
No, the path of totality has no pattern whatsoever.
Keep telling yourself that. Okay, next
Okay,
one.
make a video showing us the path of totality pattern, and I will publicly admit I'm wrong, but you can't because there is no pattern.
All right.
1 year here, next year here, the next year there. There we go. It's following a pattern and moving across the plane.
No, it's not.
Okay.
All
next,
right, let's
Ryan,
move on.
because it's
And
circles.
I do want to close out our poll here. So with over 1,000 votes, I'm closing it out. We have, will there be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? 71% of our audience voted yes, so that will win that poll there. 20% voted no, and then 9% said that they don't believe in the sun. So we're going to put up my classic poll, which is it flat?
I don't believe
Is it a
in the
globe
sun.
or is it a loaf of bread? So stay tuned for that. But I'm going to ask that next
Jesus
question.
Christ.
Cue the our speakers up, and then I'll get that up for you, our live audience. So thank you to our live audience because they're digging this, guys. Like there's so many questions. Lots of curiosity. What's going on here? It's
It's a flat loaf of bread, to let you know.
Flat loaf of bread. Oh boy, no unleavened bread. Okay, yeah, no yeast, right? Yeah, no, it's all good. All right, let's see. JSS Tiger.
Did he just say yum to unleavened bread? Okay.
Flatzoid, if you don't feel any burden, you may as well sit and watch Flat Earth flounder. Are you okay with that? I'm not sure what that
There's
is.
no flat earth founding. You see, the issue is if someone makes a claim and they're not able to back it up, and then they want to reverse the burden onto the person pointing out that they can't back it up, doesn't make me wrong. It just means they aren't able to back their claim up. And that's what flat earth's about, actually. Showing the globe claims a lot of things, which goes against reality, which shows it's not a globe.
All right. Let's just try to keep pushing forward here. We got a lot of questions. We still have 35 minutes on our clock. So the boy Lambert says, Flatzoid, please demonstrate how a 24-hour sun would prove a flat Earth.
It doesn't prove a flat earth or a globe. That's what's a false dichotomy.
All right, next one,
But
Jay
you-
says. Oh, sorry.
But you
Go
did
ahead.
say it's evidence for a globe. I want to make sure the record is clear here. Keith said that a 24-hour sun in Antarctica is evidence that we live on a
Yes.
globe. I'm
Yes,
very
and
happy.
it would
I'm
be-
very
and
happy with
evidence-
that.
And evidence for a flat earth. So therefore,
No.
it doesn't matter. It's a false dichotomy. It doesn't matter if there's a 24-hour sun or not, because it doesn't disprove one or the other. The only thing that can be disproven is a globe.
It's not evidence for a flat Earth because the flat Earth doesn't predict it.
How? How is it not evidence for a flat earth? Tell me. You still haven't told me how it's not evidence for a flat earth if we see a 24-hour sun there.
Because you nor any other flat earther has shown how a 24-hour sun in Antarctica could
Internal
work.
reflection.
Hold on one second,
Many
Flatzoid.
demonstrations been done.
Let's let him respond. I haven't had to put anybody on mute,
Yeah, like Joseph Hanby, who's failed.
so let's let Will unpack, and I'll let you respond.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, no one has shown how a 24-hour sun in Antarctica would work on a flat Earth. And just to prepare you, because you're making some pretty bold statements, which I love, is we already have a way to test if the sun we're seeing is a reflection or not. And so if you're confident that it could work as a reflection, you should admit that if we prove it's not a reflection, that flat Earth is wrong and that you're wrong.
And
All right,
what if
last
there's
word
more
there,
than one
Flatzoid.
sun?
You said you believe the Bible when it says there's only
That's
one
what
sun.
I believe, but there's many flat earthers that believe there's two suns. This
Yeah,
is my whole
so
point. Not all flat earthers have the same belief of
we
the
will
flat earth.
be
But we
taking
do share, sorry, but we do share the same belief in that the globe has been shown false.
we will be taking pictures of sunspots around the entire world, so we'll be able to show that there's not a second sun as well.
All right, let's carry on. JSS Tiger says, Flatzoid, you originally said there isn't a 24-hour sun. Now you say you don't believe it. So I think we just clarified a little bit about your statement just now. So hopefully that answers your question, JSS Tiger. We got so many questions. I want to carry on. Bitter Truth, Doctor, how fast sun is orbiting Earth? Where's the... Doctor, how fast is the sun orbiting Earth? Okay, let's
That's probably Duffy because we don't have orbiting.
No, that's your model.
No, we don't have orbiting. Orbiting requires falling at a
He's
parabolic
asking,
rate.
okay, all he means is how fast does the sun move in your model?
15 degrees an hour. There we go.
So it changes speed because it has to cover different distances?
Like I said, how do you know where the sun is? How do you know what the sun is?
Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Hey, Binge Thinker, how you doing? I don't even know what anything. I don't even know what words are. But I'm smarter than you.
All right, let's carry on. Flat Earth Dave Interviews 2
Jesus.
says, the video with the watch starts with no snow on the mountain, and then there's snow 2 seconds later. Provably edited. I think
False.
that's for you.
Yeah, false.
That's false. The video that has no sun on the mountain was taken by Anthony Powell at Scott Base. And he filmed the 24-hour sun, which flat earthers don't understand how hard it is. Go try to film something, anything for 24 hours. Especially in Antarctica, it's extremely hard. So he did the 24-hour sun film, which he's released unedited. Flat earthers will not acknowledge this. Keith, would you play the unedited footage from Anthony Powell of the 24-hour sun on your channel, yes or no?
Yes, I will.
Okay, I'm going to send it to you. Thank you so much for doing that.
100%.
So he's released the unedited footage. When they were making the documentary, they said, Anthony, we need you to tell us what we're looking at and what this is. And it was a different part of the season. So he went back on the roof and said, hey guys, I'm filming the 24-hour sun. It's midnight here. That's why there was a difference in the background. If flat earthers were true researchers, they would reach out to guys like Anthony Powell, who are very friendly and will explain things to you, which I did.
All right, let's carry on. The Grumpy Old Mechanic says, Flatzoid, why are you afraid to take 500 from me for a couple hours of reading abstracts?
Now you know why I block trolls, because this guy gets the same answer, says the same thing over and over. I'm not even going to answer the guy anymore.
I'll take $500, Grumpy Old Mechanic. You can read
I told him I'll take it.
anytime.
The guy just ignores it, and then the next day he says the same thing again.
All right.
I can't say, yes, I'll do it
But you refuse to read the papers.
every single day. So this is why guys like that is not worth my time.
I believe the stipulation is you read him and then he gives you $500. But you want him to give you the $500 and you'll never read. You'll never read any of it. See, we know you, Flatzoid. We know how fucking dishonest you are.
All right, let's just carry on. Phoenix Rising 86 says, the illusion is over. You all failed
Am I right, Grumpy?
God. And death, a lot of babies. I don't know what's going on with your guys' super
Sounds
chat.
more like a statement.
The miracle of the life in the womb turned graveyard Duffy. I'll see you later personally from God. Okay, so thanks for that. That's great. Big Daddy Globe says, Flatzoid, stop with the false dichotomy bullcrap. You explicitly said there's no 24-hour sun. You've been exposed and are now grasping at anything. All right, anything to say to Big Daddy Globe?
Okay,
Yes. Flatzoid is very desperate.
again, it's a false dichotomy because it doesn't prove or disprove anything. Therefore, false dichotomy. I still stick with, I don't think there's a 24-hour sun. The only thing I would do would change my mind is if they do see a 24-hour sun, is that it shows a 24-hour sun. Does it disprove a flat earth? No.
No, because he won't believe evidence over his Bible. What a dumbass. What a sad, indoctrinated, gullible piece of fucking shit.
All right, let's just carry on. I'm just checking out the live chat, making sure everybody's behaving themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, let's ask the next question. So, Phoenix Rising says, Big Daddy Globe Boy, grow up, projecting poop emoji. Okay, well, another objective super chat. Thanks for that. You got your couple seconds there of fame. That one, Random, says, can you have Professor Dave on again versus Flat
Oh, thank you, Bench Thinker. A shout out to Bench Thinker.
Zoid?
Yay!
I think that'd be fun. I haven't actually gotten to host Professor Dave or even interact, so I think that'd be a lot of fun. I've met most of the people in the sphere, but that's always in the back pocket. Hopefully we can arrange something down the road.
Apparently my channel's too small, so you guys are gonna have to help me to get a bigger channel so you can debate me.
A1. Well, I will
He will fucking crucify you, man.
say, actually, it just reminded me, I will remind our audience that if you like what you're hearing from either of our speakers, we are going to tag their links in the description of this debate. And if you're
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You rock.
also listening on
You rock. You rock.
podcast forum, there'll be all the tags will be in the description there as well. But if you do want to catch them live, if you're listening on podcast right now, you do have to subscribe to the Modern Day Debate YouTube channel. That way you can ask questions and interact with the speakers on screen. This is where we do the live. All right. So Daniel Garuk says, so Flats, according to your answers, we expect to see reflections, not the actual sun.
I said it's a possibility.
Ah, it's a possibility. Okay. So if you went to a doctor and you thought you might have cancer or a tumor, and the doctor just, well, it's a possibility, would you be happy with that?
All right, let's carry on. Cody Payne says,
Would you think that's a valid answer?
Flatzoid, if the sun is reflected off the dome, but the actual sun is too far away to see, why isn't it too small to see the reflection?
Say it again.
All right, so if the sun is reflected off the dome, but the actual sun is too far away to see, why isn't it too small to see the reflection?
Internal reflection. I don't know if you guys watched a video recently by Veritasium where he took a glass sphere, and he pointed a laser at it to try and show rainbows working. The angle will show why you see it the way you do.
Did you want to respond there or carry on?
So we would constantly see a rainbow, because that's what you're describing, Flatzoid. We would see, it would be different colors depending on where you are on the Earth. So how does that work, man? Flatzoid's answered every question. I have absolutely no idea how the flat Earth works, but I know it's not a globe. Absolutely, Andreas. He's just pathetic. And he wonders why nobody wants to fucking come on his show and debate him after shit like this. He loses every debate he's in. He never provides any kind of evidence to back any claims up because he doesn't make any claims.
No.
All right, we'll just carry on with this.
He denies every bit of evidence presented to him. Hey, Tiny Captain. And, yeah, he's worthless. You didn't get to the point of my super chats yet, but I'll already say that he admitted to banning me personally, and I had nothing to do with his mods. Cool.
The super chats. Thank you to our live.
Yeah, he blames his mods for shit. Oh, I don't have any control over what they do.
Audience, we're about halfway down now. So Wesley Grandillard says, Grandillard? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just butchered your name. I totally know it. Will, please read the text in the bottom right of your Gleason's map regarding the December solstice. Flats, do you agree with what Will reads? So, yeah, if you have that handy, if you want to
I
read
do.
that out.
Yeah, I love it.
I do. Flatsoid, do you know what's in the bottom right of the Gleason's map? I'm curious.
Read it.
Right. Every map is represents flat Earth, right? Is a flat Earth map. Is the map for flat Earth, right? You said this, Flatzoid.
Well, no, before I read it.
And the Gleason's map is like the most popular one.
Are you aware of what it says in the bottom right corner?
I know in the top it says scientifically and accurate. And
right, and in the top header it says projection of the globe.
In the bottom right you're talking about the scale bar.
No, the bottom right where it says December
Bottom.
solstice.
Oh yeah, what about it?
Yeah, the Gleason's map actually says there's no 24-hour sun. It says on December 21st, the sun moves around the Tropic of Capricorn and during the day lights up the southern portion of the Earth from the Arctic Circle to some portion of Antarctic ice. Here's the key line. There is no sunlight beyond 80 degrees south, but only unknown regions of ice.
Nice.
No sunlight.
Nice. And again, does that mean flat Earth or not?
No, but what it means is that the guy who created this map, the actual creator of this map, Gleason, Alexander Gleason, he knows that a 24-hour sun is not possible on this map. And so if we see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, we should all throw this map away.
Did he ever look into internal reflections with this?
Internal reflections are not gonna solve this, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. But anyway, the thing is now, a Mercator map is not perfect. Does that?
Hey, Build Your CNC, what's up? Good to have you here. Glad you can make it. I hope you don't have this playing during your work at the office because your boss won't like it.
That mean it's not a globe now because a Mercator map's not perfect?
A Mercator map comes from the globe.
Yes. Yes, it's a projection of the globe.
The Mercator map perfect?
No.
No.
There you go. So not a globe then.
I think we've entertained this one long enough. Let's carry on. Shovelhead Steve says, make dumbass prove editing of videos.
Yeah, prove
That's
their
true.
You guys
editing.
can go and search it. There's many people that have looked through.
No, you prove it. You prove it, Flatzoid. You demand other people to prove it themselves. You prove it. Don't say go look at videos.
a lot of these videos and showed them edited. So if you want
Other people's videos are just evidence of how gullible you are.
to just go and search.
Any thoughts on the other side, or do we want to just push?
Yes, I don't believe that's true, Keith, unfortunately. So,
Yes, there still are flat earthers. Build your own CNC. In the age of the Jetsons, there are people that still believe or think like Fred Flintstone. And I'm the fucking mighty Gazoo.
I will
Or the great Gazoo.
watch for you to show these edits because there's only one. I've contacted both individuals that are responsible for the majority of the 24-hour sun videos in Antarctica, and they're just not edited at all. Robert Schwartz took one at the South Pole with 0 edits in it.
I think I've heard a few flat earthers talk about, well, that one's edited because there aren't letters in the sky. It's where they took it and they put it through like After Effects and added text to the cardinal directions. Well, that's not real because we don't see letters in the sky.
All right, Frode Nace says, Flatzoid, do you not answer questions because you know that you will be wrong and will not make...
Yep. You can't answer questions because that would be him admitting that he's making a claim and he has to answer for that claim.
prediction because you know they will not hold water. That's from Frode Nace.
No. I do answer. I don't make claims because it's not my burden to prove. The point is, the claim's coming from the globe side. I'm just pointing out how it's not true. The claim I do make is we are
Hey, Citizen 9.
on a flat Earth, and
I clean up pretty good, huh?
these are the reasons we're on a flat Earth, and this is the reason it's not a globe. And I stick to those claims. And I'm sticking to the same claim that this whole experiment is not scientific and it's a false dichotomy, and it's not there to prove anything other than globers who have issues with their belief system in the globe.
I'll just
So sad.
say this one more time quickly. Flat Earth doesn't have a model because you can't model something that
either.
doesn't exist.
You either. You don't have a model. Just like you have models, we have models.
No, you don't have models. You don't, though. You have nothing that you can predict anything with.
Right, Big Daddy Globe says, Ryan, you got to reel this one in, man. I'm doing what I can. I
He's
don't know what he
doing
means. I don't know what you mean by reel it
Ryan's
in.
doing awesome, man.
Actually, this came in, I think, right around when...
Now, are you familiar with what the final experiment is? It's flat earthers for years, for almost a decade, have been saying that if there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, then that would prove a globe. But you can't go to Antarctica because the Antarctic Treaty forbids anybody from going there, and it's well guarded, and you'll get shot down. Get shot by penguins with laser beams or some shit, right? And then we finally got it through their thick skulls that yeah, you can go to Antarctica. There's flat earthers that live and work there. Well, okay, now you can go, but you still won't have a 24-hour sun, or you can't go because the government just doesn't want you there. And then it's like, or you can't freely explore. And then it's like, or you have to have special permission from the government or some shit. It's like they come up with another excuse, moving the goalpost a little further. And now it's since this trip has been planned by the guy on the left, Will Duffy. It's called the Final Experiment. It's paying it's a chartered trip to Antarctica to observe the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. So if they witness a 24-hour sun above the horizon sun for 24 hours or more, then the Earth cannot be flat in any way, shape, or form. Now it's, oh, well, it doesn't matter. No, it won't debunk the flat Earth. It's just because we're not making claims. It's amazing to see the evolution of this whole thing.
And it was right after I'd said, we can have a theological debate, down the road. I think that would be interesting since you guys really seem to.
You need a permit to pick mushrooms in California. You're supposed to.
Have some fire under your rear.
You need a permit to drive a car. You can't just get in a car and drive freely without being like charged in some way. You can't go anywhere you want to in a car either.
Years for that one, so.
You can't freely explore a library because there's some rooms you can't go in, like the women's room, the offices.
Let's ask that next super chat. Young God Creationist says, question theoretical, the Bible would be false too? What is QTWD? What's that stand for? Hold on. I'm not up on my lingo.
Question for me.
Oh, sorry. That's okay. Yeah. All right. Question for, Will Duffy. All right. Theoretically, the Bible could be falsified too. Hey, it's their first super chat. Thanks so much.
No, the Bible cannot be falsified.
I think, yes. I think the Bible could be falsified. How? I'm not sure at the moment, but I think absolutely it could.
No, it can't, Will. It can't. Religion can't be falsified. It's an unfalsifiable narrative. Because if you get cornered, God does it.
All right.
And when you try and question him on that, it's, well, you can't question God.
Let's just ask the next question because it's for you, Flatzoid. Also,
plus the Bible says it's true because it says it's true. The Bible says this book is true because I have said it.
Oh, a first super chat. So thank you.
You can't falsify that.
Lots of new interest in the discussions happening on Modern Day Debate. I don't know if you guys heard earlier, we're actually having another debate tonight, and then Alex Connor's going to be on with Stuart and Clip Neckley. So yeah, you don't want to miss out that. I'm sorry for forgetting your partner's name. I don't have.
You gotta have a debate. Air, real or fake.
It up right now. So, don't quote me out of context there, guys. Conspiracy Music says, Flatzoid, now that you've definitely heard it multiple times, what do you think about the hit song?
Yeah, well, they don't believe, they say that they can't explain why on a flat earth when you look south from 3 different directions, South America, Africa, and Australia, that you see the same thing when looking in 3 different directions. They can't explain that.
Optical, not physical.
They say it's perspective or something. They hem and haw.
Oh.
And then finally just say, well, show me bendy water.
I haven't heard it because it's a troll channel, which I don't watch. So it doesn't matter how much times the people send me the link, I'm not going to watch it because I don't watch that guy's stuff.
No jamming.
And by the way, if you guys want to know, the guy's
Optical.
literally just dedicated a channel to me.
Wait, who? Who's he talking about?
So a first super chat. All right, let's just ask the next question because it's for you, Flatzoid. Also a first super chat, so thank you. Lots of new interest in the discussions happening on Modern Day Debate. I don't know if you guys heard earlier, we're actually having another debate tonight, and then Alex Connor's going to be on with Stuart and Clip Neckley. So yeah, you don't want to miss out that. I'm sorry for forgetting your partner's name. I don't have it up right now. So, oh gee, don't quote me out of context there, guys. Conspiracy Music says, Flatzoid, now that you've definitely heard it multiple times, what do you think about the hit song Optical, Not Physical?
I haven't heard it because it's a troll channel, which I don't watch. So it doesn't matter how much times the people send me the link, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Tiny Captain. It's way harder to get into the Vatican than Antarctica.
Because I don't watch that guy's stuff.
No jamming.
And by the way, if you guys want to know, the guy's literally just dedicated a channel to me.
All right, let's ask the next question. Phoenix Rising says, Duffy, the windows are galaxies. You are trapped.
Okay, cool.
What? The windows are galaxies.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what that means, but
They
that's fine.
put a little rainbow and then a peace icon.
Okay.
The rainbows are galaxies.
If that helps, I don't know. We're doing what we can, Phoenix Rising. Thanks for your support. JSS Tiger says, Flatzoid, you said no evidence for gravity. Cavendish, Eddington,
Yeah.
and more. I think I
Been
read
through
that
this
right.
many times. There's no independent variable and dependent variable for the Cavendish. And Cavendish is
Yes, there is. You've been educated on this. Oh, you're welcome, Bill. Talk to you later.
a demonstration, not an experiment.
Glad you came by, man.
And it has multiple claims, which actually just says gravity causes gravity at the end of the day.
No, it doesn't. You with no lack of no, just no. That's not what it says at the end of the day.
All right, you got it. Let's carry into Megan Marie's question. I can't wait for the final experiment to prove the globe. Thank you for creating this experiment, but I think it's insane that this experiment has to be a thing in 2024.
I completely agree. It's a pity that this has to be done.
That's from Megan
That people would believe this.
Marie. Did you want to say anything to Megan there, Will?
Yeah, I
Sad.
agree. It's one of the reasons I created this is I don't think we should be spending any time debating the shape of the world we live on. And hopefully I can put that to rest and we can all spend our time making this world
Eating ice cream sandwiches.
a better place.
All right, next one coming in from Dr. Mantis Toboggan. Will, why do you think Keith was sweating so much during this debate? Oh, Dr. Mantis, aren't you just stop beating him. He's dead already, he says. Oh, boy.
I'm going to take a guess that it's because he is in his summer because he's in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
It's because it's 30 degrees Celsius now at 1:45 in the morning because we have a heat wave and it was 50 degrees Celsius the whole day. And if you look nicely, I'm actually sunburned to a crisp.
Oh no! Yeah, no, I lobster up as soon as that sun hits
That's
me.
why I'm wearing red, so it takes the red off of my skin.
Oh, see, you know you're color coordinated. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I just wake up and dad it up. All right, Bob says Flatzoid could be faking his position on flat Earth, so he's probably actually a glober. See how easy that is? Worthless argument. I think they're making a meta.
No, I can guarantee you I'm
analysis of what
definitely a
you've
flat
put up.
earther.
If Flatzoid was the one offered a free trip to Antarctica and he accepted it, then all flat earthers would have turned against him and called him a shill. That's what we've seen.
Yep. PJ Crookshank would be calling him a shill right now if he did. Michael Kahn would be calling him a shill. Roger Ledwell would be calling him a shill. Anthony Riley. Everybody.
Seen.
Well, I wouldn't waste my time and leave my nice family alone to go freeze my tits off for a false dichotomy.
At the beginning of your opening statement, didn't you say science was about, doing tests and exploration?
Yeah.
Can we quickly go through that for 5 minutes, if you don't mind? Can you
Well,
tell me
no,
what's the
no.
scientific hypothesis for it then, please?
You just said you don't.
Yes. Is there a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? That's the hypothesis. Or there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. That's the hypothesis.
Don't want to leave your house to go explore the world. I mean, if you
No.
if you
I
actually
got a
believe,
vacation with my family. I don't need to go and leave my family.
Listen to him make excuses. They just got nothing. He's got nothing but excuses.
Go to a ice place where I just need to freeze my
Hey.
tits off to look at the sun and not prove anything because, like I said,
You'd rather remain ignorant, fucking drenched in your own sweat in your living room, right?
it's a false dichotomy.
Hey, Tinkerfell.
if I believed in a dome, which I don't, and if I believed in this dome and there was zero evidence for it, man, I would really want to get to Antarctica to try to find it. But hey, that's just me.
Are you allowed to go and see how far you can go to look at this dome in Antarctica?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go anywhere you want to in Antarctica, except other people's tents and shit. But yeah, you can.
I'm saying if I believed in a dome, I would want to go find it, but you guys
why don't you
don't
make that?
want to. You guys
Do
don't
that
want
as
to
your
get
next
cold.
experiment.
You don't want to
Do
get
that as
cold.
do that as your next experiment. Send flat earthers to look for the dome in Antarctica.
They don't want to get proven wrong. They're happy in their own little delusion.
How's that?
I don't believe there's a
That's
dome, so why would I
sad.
look for it? Sorry.
So you can send people to look at the sun, which doesn't prove anything, but you won't send them to go look for a dome which proves something. Okay.
All right, super
Hey.
chats are flying there, fellas. So let's push it forward. But it doesn't sound like, regardless of what you choose there, Flatzoid, you're gonna have one extreme or the other. So
The whole time.
there's no winning on the weather for you. All right, so
Nah.
Bob says Flatzoid. Sorry, we just read that one. Thanks, Bob. X Forbidden One says Flatzoid. I firmly. Also a first super chat. Oh wow. Well, like I said, lots of new faces popping into. Like I say, grill the person on screen. Every time I say that, another 3 pop in. I gotta behave myself. We'll be here all day. I firmly believe you are not Christian based on your pathological lying and constant burden of proof reversal fallacies. You have the burden from both claiming it's flat and going against the census. Fail more.
First of all, these people keep saying I'm
Absolutely.
lying, which they still haven't
You are. You lie constantly. I've proven that you lie here.
showed me lying, which is weird. I stick to what I say. And yes, I'm definitely a Christian.
Sticking to a lie doesn't mean you don't lie, Flatzoid. See, you lie all the time. You're a pathological liar. I've proven it.
Jesus died for my sins. I accept him for my sins, to die for my sins, and I have here by grace. And I do follow what the Bible says.
No, you don't.
So that makes me
No, you don't.
a Christian as far as I know. And as for these unfounded claims of lies and grifting and stuff, have you noticed that's all they ever say without providing evidence for it?
We have provided evidence. I've provided evidence on my live streams that you lie, Flatzoid.
Well, I'm no gatekeeper, so I'm not. We're going to move on from there. You guys behave in the old live chat there, all right?
See, you denying that you're a liar is a lie.
But thanks for your support. Ask him how he learned about the crust of the earth and his claim of when he got into flat earth. I interviewed him with Butters and Soul.
Who is this?
Ironwork.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I remember our interview. Okay, so I got
Ironworks is Flat Earth Aussie Jesus.
into Flat Earth in August of 2021 when my friend Wendy posted about it on Facebook. That's when I knew it was a real thing. Someone I was close to believed in it, and that people are making videos and spending an obscene number of hours on it. Is that good?
Yeah, let's just carry on. But thank you so much for answering the question there, Will. And once again,
Can I ask a question? There's
yeah,
a lot of people that believe in aliens or Bigfoot that spend insane amount of time on that. Why don't you have an issue with that?
I do. I just haven't met any of them yet, and none of them are in my circles.
What are you going to do? I was gonna say if you start meeting people, oh my goodness, look what he's doing right now. Yeah, no, I'm just picking. All right, so Matthew of Vicendez says, is the final experiment going into orbit?
Would that convince Keith
No.
What do you mean?
if you went into
How will
orbit?
it convince me? Let's say I go in the Blue Origin. It goes up high enough and then it just falls. It's not going into space. It's still in Earth's atmosphere.
If you went up and saw the spherical Earth with your own eyes, would that change your mind?
There's no spherical Earth curve. If you look at the windows of the design, it shows how it literally takes form with the window's shape. I've actually showed this where it shows flat at the top, and as it's going with the window, it's curving.
So no.
No, you haven't.
Okay, so no. Seeing the
Let's
Earth.
just put it this way. Let's just put it this way.
Man.
It cannot show it to be curved because it's taking shape of the window. Just like if you climb in a cockpit of a Mirage, the window shape causes things to refract.
No, it doesn't. It's optically correct glass. Cockpits are made of optically correct glass, dipshit. Hey, 3 Ron.
All right, next one. Phoenix Rising says, question for Duffy. How will you feel when you meet God?
I can't wait.
Amen.
All right. Theodore Paul says, Flatzoid, you don't understand thermodynamics.
Nope.
If you did, you should understand the Earth can hold its atmosphere, and yes, you can't have a model of non-existent things.
Again, you don't understand. Great statement, man.
All right, Rodman says, is Flatzoid going to answer Will's 3 questions?
I really
Nope.
did.
No, you didn't.
All right. I'll bounce that over to Will. So if there was anything from your 3 opening parts that you wanted to hammer out just for a second here for the super chatter, or we can just carry
Your answer to those 3 questions was, I'm not making a claim.
on.
Yeah, the answers weren't great. The third question was, what do you predict the sun will do in Antarctica? I don't think we got an answer to that, did we?
No.
We did. I said I don't predict the 24-hour sun because that's what I believe.
No. What do you predict it will do? Not what do you predict it will not do? What do you predict the sun will do?
I can't make a prediction on what it will do because I
Hey, Flatzoid, what time is it? Well, it's not 8.
believe it's not there. So in other words, my prediction is I don't think there'll be a 24-hour sun. But if there is, all I will do is change my mind that there's a 24-hour sun, but it doesn't change flat or globe.
Yeah, but you won't tell us what you think the sun will actually do.
I don't think it
No.
will show. It would go down below the horizon. That's what I think will do. In other words, it will set.
I
Is
didn't
that-
know.
Can I make
Yeah.
it any clearer?
Well, yeah, that's cool. Down below the horizon is a globe thing, but that's cool.
No. That's
Yeah.
a flatter thing too. We can show demonstrations on flat surfaces. I've got many demonstrations on my channel. Many flat earther channels can show demonstrations of it.
Not south of an observer at wherever they're going.
It's an
When you-
optical effect.
Iceberg land.
When you do the demonstrations, is
Glacier City.
the object resting on the table?
Over the table.
It's not resting on the table.
On top of the table. I
Yeah, but
even give a
it's-
reference to show
it's-
it's on top of the table.
Hold on. It's touching the table?
On top, over. I take an aluminium flat base with a bolt, okay? And I take caps and I place them in reference. You can see the caps look like they're going down. And that bolt at the end that's painted on the red on the bottom vanishes. There's nothing there because of diffraction. And I
Yeah.
show the reference of my camera above there because I got a bolt next to it. We
It's-
can do this with refraction as well.
It's not valid because the sun is not resting on the earth. So you're going to have to do a
I
different
never said the
demonstration.
sun's. You said things can't go below the horizon on the flat Earth. Was
The
that not what you
sun.
said?
Right,
The
can't.
sun can. It's called
No, it
lensing.
can't.
It's called
Called lensing.
perspective.
Because, there's a Fresnel lens in the sky everywhere.
It's called diffraction. It's called angles limited. It's called foreshortening. Things have limits, man.
Just model it where something's not resting on the table.
I can. You can even
No.
go to Rob Skiba's channel and you can see where he shows the Fresnel lens and he shows the sun going below. It's all optical, man. We can show.
Right, he used the wrong half of the Fresnel lens. He used the half of the Fresnel lens that creates an effect the opposite of what we see in reality. The opposite of what happens normally.
Different demonstrations non-stop.
See, one half of the lens is going to direct the light rays up, and one half is going to direct them down because they have to meet. So he used the bottom part, which makes things go up, which makes light go up, so things would look like they're dropping.
Doing the same thing.
A1. Let's carry on. Phoenix Rising 86 says, to the host, I'll see you personally too. From God. Oh my goodness, is my mirror talking to me? No, just pick it. All right. Godzilla says, great savings idea, great dollar savings idea. Just show the video of the 24-hour sun that you claim to have and end this, but you can't, can you?
Oh, thank you, Steven. I appreciate it. I just saw that.
You, William McBluffy. Ooh.
Yeah, because I've got a question on that as well. If it was shown to be true, why do you need to go and spend money to show it?
Because ignorant, dumb fuckers like you don't believe it, and we're gonna shove it in your face and prove that you've been lying this whole time.
Because you guys won't accept it.
Yep.
You say you're going to send me an unedited video, so I can accept it off the unedited video, can't I?
No, you don't accept any evidence, Flatzoid. You don't accept anything. You're a coward. You're afraid of evidence. You're afraid to admit that you're wrong. You're afraid to admit that your understanding of the Bible is wrong.
Yeah, will you accept it?
I'll be right back.
Yes, if it's unedited.
Okay, great. I'm going to send you at least 2 unedited videos.
Great.
And he'll just deny that they're
Once again,
that they're
sounds like
unedited.
we'll have some more unpacking down the road.
He'll
so,
deny it.
Keep us posted here at Modern Day Debate there, gents, on what you guys are up to in your own spaces.
And he knows he's going to deny it before he ever sees them.
Some more,
I'd like to do a biblical debate with Duffy. I think that'll be great.
Oh, I would agree. That would be fun too. But yeah, there's definitely room to revisit this after y'all, return, get yourself settled, and then hit us up. Tiny Captain says, Flatzoid, what is the lowest pressure in the pressure gradient of the atmosphere according to you? You banned me twice due to this question.
I haven't banned you. Notice that mods will do something if you actually cross the line. They first warn and then they ban. So don't play victim if you cross the line. Secondly, I don't know. It would be about...
How does asking a simple question cross any line, Flatzoid?
about 10 to the minus 11, maybe? But still in the same system, it doesn't really matter. The point is, it's still the same system. According to the globe, you got 2 separate systems. One is a high pressure system, one is a low pressure system. The reason you have pressure gradients means you have containment.
All right, Roger Ledwell says, I asked you, Duffy, myself. You told me if I could raise the funds, I could go. Never heard back from you, just like your emails.
So yeah, if I've told a lot of people if you can raise the funds, then you can go. So why didn't he raise the funds?
Yeah, I was gonna say, send a message, Roger. I mean, I don't know, like, what you guys, what your...
Is that Roger Ledwell? Wasn't paying attention.
Me, if I...
The reason you have pressure gradients means you have containment.
All right, Roger Ledwell says, I asked you, Duffy, myself. You told me if I could raise the funds, I could go. Never heard back from you, just like your emails.
So yeah, if I've told a lot of people if you can raise the funds, then you can go. So why didn't he raise the funds?
Yeah, I was gonna say, send a message, Roger. I mean, I don't know, like, what you guys, what your history is, but yeah, we're just gonna carry on. The boy Lambert says, Flatzoid, are you saying that physical railway tracks optically converge while optical rays of light physically converge?
Okay, if you take a point source of light that's a sphere, light is physically going in all directions. That's called diverging rays. A railway
No, that's called perspective.
track is parallel with each other physically. They appear to converge due to perspective.
All right. Conspiracy Music says, yeah, Flats, I was banned from your channel by saying, hi, chat, your channel is the most restrictive channel on YouTube.
Yep.
I've
Wow,
heard
it's
that
amazing
too.
that they keep claiming I am banning them.
Yes, you are banning them. You are allowing your mods to ban people because when it's brought to your attention that they're doing it, you laugh and you say good.
You could easily go into your YouTube settings, Keith, and you could show the list of all the people you've banned.
You know,
That'd be crazy.
how much times I've actually unbanned everybody, and then I get
Right, you unban people so you can beg them to review your video, your documentary. That's why you unbanned people
people going
because you're desperate.
in again with 30 soccer accounts to literally just insult and play victim like these guys. Do you
And no, we don't insult Flatsoid. No, sorry.
realize that because they're all just saying,
But see, what saying Flatsoid's wrong, that's an insult to him. Telling them he's wrong and explaining why he's wrong, that's an insult to him.
you are banning me, is showing they are literally just coming to cry because they crossed the line. It means they're showing their trolls.
I'm gonna whack all these out then. Oh boy, I say the worst things. I say the darndest things. We're gonna get all these out of the way right now. Tiny Captain says.
And wait, I also want to point out, how do you know they're even banned? Did they show you they're banned, or are you just believing them?
Well, they're
Because
just
a lot of these
these
people
are
I
just
don't even
super
heard
chats.
of.
A lot of times they brag about banning you when they do it.
Yeah, these are just super chats, so if you recognize their names, but like I say,
Cool.
you're welcome to engage with them or just say pass. So Tiny Captain.
And again, like I said, when I'd bring it to your attention and you'd laugh about it. Say, yeah, good. Make up some bullshit why it's rational, why you used to rationalize it.
Says you also banned me for confirming my profession. Theodore
No,
Paul
I haven't.
said
That's a lie.
Perspiration is not your friend, Flatsoid. Yes, that's great.
Not
Let's
at this
see.
moment.
I was gonna say, oh man, we had some bad heat waves here in the summertime. I'll tell you. For us, yeah, no, it was no good. Let me just comb here to Flatsoid, which has more evidence: the dome or the flying spaghetti monster.
The dome.
All right, we'll just bang a few more out quick. Flatsoid, how many meters are in 35 kilometers again?
350,000. I think I misspoke.
Oh, Jesus Christ, holy shit.
That's great.
Not
Let's
at this
see.
Gonna clip that too.
moment.
I was gonna say, oh man, we had some bad heat waves here in the summertime. I'll tell you. For us, yeah, no, it was no good. Let me just comb here to Flatsoid, which has more evidence: the dome or the flying spaghetti monster.
The dome.
All right, we'll just bang a few more out quick. Flatsoid, how many meters are in 35 kilometers again?
350,000. I think I misspoke.
I think both of those are wrong, by the way. You said 3,500 and then you said 350,000. I think it's actually 35,000.
35,000. Oh, 35,000, yeah.
No worries. Let's see. Flatsoid, Encyclopedia Americana
Jesus Christ, man.
of 1985 mentioned domes as geologic features, not a firmament. You lie.
No, that's the 1980. The dome ones came before. 1958.
All right. Other strange ones. Danny Diesel says, "Are you pooping in diapers while intense?" What is going on with this?
I don't think so.
No. They probably they have latrines maybe, or I don't know how they do it. How do they do bathrooms up there? You could just have a wag bag, they call it. Pee in a bottle, close it up. See, that's why you drink Gatorade on your way down.
So they got a toilet, dude.
I don't understand. What is going on?
Now the question he asked Oakley was how many kilometers are in 350 meters or 35 meters or something like that. And Oakley couldn't understand it. Oakley could not answer it. Just couldn't comprehend that you could have a portion of a kilometer.
On Danny Diesel, I just don't understand. You know what else is intense though? Camping. All right, let's see. The grumpy old mechanic: atmospheric pressure decreases with altitude. At what altitude does it stop decreasing?
Yes,
Who
he is
says it stops
kilometer boy.
decreasing?
All right, let me just scroll down a bit more, see what else we might have.
The,
All right, quick, and
the
then we'll
thing
go
is,
back
you
up.
can't claim it stops decreasing because that will again be a violation of natural law because you can't have nothing. There has to be something.
All right,
Really? You kids can't have zero pressure? Wow.
Big Daddy Globe said, Will killed it. Please come back to Modern Day Debate. Well, we extend the invitation out if you're interested in debating any other
I mean, he's just worthless. I will.
people on Modern Day Debate. You know some of the names we have. So
I will be back.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Our live chat will be happy to hear. It's been a lot of fun. And let me just see if we got any other ones we can just whack it at the park here. Theodore Paul says 35,000 meters, you numpty. Oh my, well, thank you for your support. Godzilla says, Flat Earth, tell us again how many.
Was it how many kilometers are in a meter? Yeah. 0.001
meters and 35 kilometers. What else do we got here? Just get through these ones and then we'll get back
1,000th of a kilometer
to some that are a little bit more on point.
One thing I have to say, it's good they're giving a lot of super chats. Keep them coming.
They are very interested and they really want to know about your thoughts about 35 kilometers.
I mean, I could have gotten it wrong because I don't understand Latin, and I just started using the metric system.
Kilometers. All right. All right. So I see the sun going under the Earth, flatzoid.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, how do you convert kilometers into meters? He couldn't understand how to do that. He just couldn't. Yeah, I'm into the metric system now. You got to. All fucking drafting, all STLs are in millimeters. Every STL you'll download for 3D print is in millimeters. The default settings for any CAD program is millimeters.
You see the sun going below the horizon, which is an apparent position. You don't see it going under the Earth.
It's an apparent position. Yeah, everything's in an apparent position.
That is a lie.
Flatzoid, my truck windshield is curved. Is reality distorted while I drive?
No. You don't see curved lines when you're driving in your car, man. He's an idiot.
If you look on the edges of your truck, if it's curved enough, yes, you'll see.
No, you won't. No. Oh, you mean like if it's bent at a 90-degree angle? You might see a little bit of distortion.
The distortion.
But we're talking about the whole thing, man.
This is how lenses work. Refraction works. Refraction works with
Right. That's a windshield is not a lens.
light rays meeting at an incident angle, which gives a refracted angle.
All right. Let's just scroll back up. Let's see. Ryan also said, Will D be back on Modern Day Debate? Enjoyed this so far. So hopefully you're still enjoying it, my fellow Ryan, out there making your way. It's tough out there for Ryans these days.
Hey, Charlie. Good to see you again.
All right, let's see. We're just trying to comb through those ones that I just went through. Phoenix Rising says, Jesus was closest to God, a ghost, the Lord of Spirits, and I am farthest from. 66.6% in Father, and I am the other 33.3% of Infinity. This show is poop emoji. Thank you, Phoenix Rising.
What the fuck was that all about?
Yeah, I read it. You paid for it. That's what you get. All right. JSS Tiger says, we read that one. Laddie Whiteout says, Flatzoid, another one for 35 kilometers. My G, and that's a first super chat.
35,000. 35,000. There we go. I misspoke.
Did they? Damn.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank you all for correcting me.
You got that. All right, JSS Tiger. Thank you for your super chat. We actually managed to comb.
See, what time is it? 4? Yes, Charlie, it does irritate Mike over IP when I do that.
Through quite a few of them there. The Grumpy Old Mechanic says atmospheric pressure decreases with altitude.
Mike listens to my show when he's driving when it's on sometimes, so he might be listening now. And he told me when you read chat, read the chat and then answer it because I can't read the chat and I don't know what the question is, and you just say words. So it makes me mad. So that's why I did that.
At what altitude does it stop decreasing? I might have read that one already.
See, I have tried to read your chats before I answer them too.
Okay,
Sometimes
cool.
I don't. Though.
Some of these are similar too. You know, I've hosted quite a few of these, like maybe 2 or 3. So sometimes these seem similar. Tuck, Flatsoid, God bless you, brother. But when you stand before God, good luck explaining how you wasted your time and sowed division among believers and non-believers alike over a nonsensical subject. So, would you like to defend yourself?
Very good.
Against Tuck.
First of all, it doesn't sound like he's a Christian because he wouldn't make that declaration. Second of all, no, I don't sow discourse.
Yes, you do. You say you can't be a true Bible believer if you think the earth isn't flat. You said this, Flatsoid. You call people who don't believe it heretics. So.
Do I say you're not a Christian because you're a globe believer? No. It's the other way around, though, which is really odd.
All right, couple other on point ones, if you will. Sense my sarcasm. Blako says a Flurf thinks the model is like a toy car model. That's their third super chat on stream. I don't know what's going on with you guys. You're all having fun too.
No,
that's good. They're having fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
no, I was just making a point with the model. That's all.
No worries. Phoenix Rising 86 says, "I'm glad for the afterlife where Weasel become our toys." Devil emoji. Okay. Your guess is as good as mine, people. I don't know what's going on here. Flatsoid, you need to retire after this.
Have a whole bunch of people just done like mushrooms all at the same time and then decided they're gonna super chat? Some of these questions, some of these super chats are like something someone on LSD would write.
This yikes, Astro Kate Sathack says,
something like I've written before.
Thanks, Will. I know several people who have been to space. Flurfs call them liars and deceivers. I love my friends and...
No, I didn't make a sweater, no.
I appreciate...
I could probably stuff a little pillow for Monkey with it. There was a lot. I mean, there was like there's a lot.
Your honesty. So, just somebody giving you a huzzah.
I didn't nick myself. Well, I nicked myself once right here. It sucks.
On the chat, we appreciate those too. It's always nice just to have support for the speakers on screen. Once again, they are linked in our live description. I've only got a minute left on the timer and just a few more questions if you guys don't mind humoring these for just 1 second. So, Electric Eye, great Judas Priest song, says, Flatzoid, if you won't make predictions, refuse to answer simple questions, have no model, and you won't commit to any of your own concepts or ideas, why are you even here? You have nothing to offer in this conversation.
Absolutely.
Weird, because I did answer things, and I
mean, if you don't have a model, you don't have a dog in the fight.
Did make a prediction. Just because...
No, you didn't make a prediction.
It's not what they're like, therefore I didn't answer and didn't make a prediction. That's called that statement's a lie then.
All right, Godzilla says, Flatzoid, are there any flat earth scientists working on a flat earth model where we can replicate what happens in reality?
All scientists work on things, but the problem with the globe is it's based on pseudoscience. There's no science for the globe because it's not testable.
All right, Tuck, thanks for your...
That's what the model is. It's a test of reality, man. It's what the model is.
Second super chat there. Flatzoid, honestly, how does it ultimately matter? Flat versus globe. Surely Christ's words and actions are what matter most.
It doesn't matter.
Shouldn't we focus on following him?
Where did I say it matters? Again, I haven't said it matters, did I?
All right. Heaven Stalking says, let's compare. Globe can predict 24-hour sun. Flurfs have to invoke a second sun. Which sounds more plausible?
Yeah.
Don't have to evoke. Reflection. There's so many different ways you can have it.
Perspection.
What is the sun? Where is the sun? We don't know.
Inflection.
But there's a model that does make a claim, and that's the only one that can be disproven.
Perfection.
All right. Iron Work has another comment to you there, Will. So he says Duffy doesn't address that based off of a rigid body.
Erection.
Off of a rigid body. NASA never models a curved moving Earth. Duffy got ate alive by Sov and Butters on my channel.
So again, man, I hate this, but the flat Earth side.
I could shave myself with. I could finish it off and shave with my Rolls razor. I don't know if anybody's ever seen one of these, but it's got a button on each end. I'm not sure which one this is. This is the stone, right? When you open it up, here. This is better than that bullshit, right? Comes like this. And, I mean, it's thick steel. You take this out. Right? And you wet it, put some water on there. Yeah, I don't even think you have to put water on there. But you pull it toward you, and it sharpens it. Then when you push forward, it flips the blade over, and you sharpen it. Pull it back, flips the blade, sharpens it. And it's on a pivot, so it will always lay flat. Then when you're done with that, put it in. You close it up. Then you flip it over. Take out the stone, and you have the strop. And when you strop it, it pulls it back, flips it over, pulls it back this way instead of pushing it in. So it does it the exact opposite direction. Then when you're done, you take the blade off, twist it off. Just has like a little nubbin that it locks onto by this hole. And then you take your handle and you slide it onto the blade till it's at the center or off center, however you want to use it. Then you tighten this up and it holds it in place, and that's your safety razor. And this is basically a section from a straight razor. This will shave you better than anything. Then when you're done, take the handle off, rinse everything off real good, stick it onto the thing, flip it around, put the you want it to be I think you got to do it with the other direction. But yeah, it's a dandy razor. Yeah, because it has to be flipped. I think so. I think. Yeah, you have to go all the way up. Then you put it in place. And then the razor clicks into place because it's a little narrow, or it's a little wider than the handle is. And then you put that in your briefcase or your luggage. So
Is actually not familiar with NASA. They're not
a friend of mine had showed me one of these that his grandfather gave him, and I was always fascinated with it. And I recently found this one about 5 years ago at the thrift store for $5.
familiar with the globe model. They make, false statements all the time. NASA does model a curved moving Earth. Look into JPL Ephemeris. It's the Jet Propulsion Lab. They absolutely do this. So again, maybe spend more time understanding your opponents, and then the arguments will be better.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. See, if these guys actually did research, man, they might be dangerous. But they'd rather watch flat Earth videos and laugh at smart people than actually educate themselves.
So Flurf Herder put in a $5 super chat, but there was no question attached. So thank you for the support, Flurf Herder. All right. Free speech but if it's round or a globe, then I think you all should go from South America to Australia via South Pole. Globers believe in fake moon landings too.
You do know you can go to the South Pole too from Cape Town. A lot of people take the trips down to Antarctica from Cape Town too. Doesn't really matter where you're going. They're just going from Argentina.
Okay, so that just disproved this model. That's why, Keith, I was asking you where the South Pole is because people go from South America to the South Pole. They go from New Zealand and Australia to the South Pole, and they go from South Africa to the South Pole. On a flat Earth, that's going south, the opposite of north. They're going in different directions, and they all end up in the exact same place.
And does it take different amounts of times to get there?
No, that probably takes all about the same amount of time. Once they hit land or ice.
Almost the same.
Yeah.
But different amounts of times.
Maybe like an hour difference.
And could they have multiple South Poles?
No,
because
not they have multiple different types of poles, but no, they don't have multiples of the same type of pole.
They all meet at the same place.
Like there isn't 3 different geographic North Poles.
And there's a building there.
So they can't have multiple of the same things in different locations. Okay.
I'm telling you that
when they meet there, no. See, they go and they meet there, dipshit.
That there isn't.
Do they have like triplets? There's 3 sets of triplets. And they meet at different ones.
You just making a claim again.
All right.
But no, the triplets would have to be different. It couldn't look like themselves from each place because they would need to be scattered. So it would be no, that wouldn't work. It would have to be 3 sets of triplets who each individual triplet would have to look like the other 3 or the other 2. That's how that would work. And none of the triplets could look like each other. That's how that would work.
All right, Jay says
Just saying something doesn't make it true. That's my whole point. There's so many things that can show it's not true. But just because you say it is, it doesn't make it so.
All right, let's get into the next one. JSS Tiger.
The only thing you've shown or presented to make it untrue is your opinion.
Follows up and says, my truck windshield is curved. Is reality distorted while I drive?
It's always distorted. It's called refraction.
Reality is never distorted. That's the right answer to that question.
All right. Sensual Goat says, subscribe to Nathan Oakley 1980 to keep up to date with Flat Earth debates, a place where Will's lies and fallacies are displayed. Do you want to defend yourself there, or do you want to carry on there, Will?
I do want to defend myself, yeah. In all of my time in this Flat Earth community, the person who I've seen who's treated other human beings the worst by far is Nathan Oakley, by far. And that includes verbal abuse, very severe verbal abuse after telling people not to swear on his channel. And it also involves physical abuse of a child, which was caught on camera. A little girl was slapped on camera on Nathan Oakley's show. There's some...
Well, it wasn't on camera. It was on audio. But it was from Nathan Oakley. And he did slap her.
Debate
you
about...
don't need to bring stuff like that up. That's a bit...
There's some debate about...
A line, man.
We are going to open up a new...
Well, no, dude. The fucking super chatter brought that shit up, motherfucker.
can of worms. Yeah.
So you're going to white knight for Nathan Oakley, the biggest scumbag on the on the fucking internet. I mean, I would rank Nathan Oakley on a level of being a scumbag just higher than Cyrax.
Yeah, if we keep that one going. But yeah,
It's on YouTube. People can hear it.
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I do want to give you a chance to defend yourself. I know that there can be quite some, what should I say, heated beef between some of the
Yeah, Will's fucking catching on.
people here that we have a modern day debate, and I know we're a little over time, so, but yeah, it's a little off brand, so I will just carry on there. Kev Croft says Flatzoid go up 500 meters and the air pressure is measurably less. Why doesn't the higher pressure air at sea levels equalize?
Yeah, why isn't it equalized? It's supposed to, according to your second law of thermodynamics, right?
Thermodynamic
All right, next one.
indices. So in a way, it's temperature, pressure, and volume.
All right, next one, and
You're a fucking moron.
I'm going to warn our audience after I have all the super chats that I'm taking right now. If you put in a super chat word,
Go subscribe, which in no certain terms means support a child abuser. Yeah, fits the bill for flirts. Disregard what they don't like and accept anything and anyone that supports their delusion. Absolutely. Absolutely correct.
we're just going to have to, you can email us at moderndaydebate@gmail.com, or if not, we appreciate your support. Let us know next stream, and we'll ask a question pro bono, okay? So Matthew Vicenda says, is Flatzoid, if you were in orbit and saw the Earth as a globe, you still think the Earth is a flat plane and not believe in God?
I think I've answered that already.
I think they're saying, would you not believe in God? Once again,
I don't know what God has got to do with that.
I think yeah, we can.
Because you think God created a flat Earth. So if it was proven that the Earth isn't flat, would you still believe in God?
We can get into that.
Or would you change your interpretation of what the Bible says?
At another time, guys. But thank you so much, Matthew. Run Boston Bear says the truth is worth pursuing, and it's not a waste of time. It also has a potential of setting people free from deceptions. I'm proud of everyone honestly seeking. Well, that's great, Run Boston Bear. Thanks for being here. And
Run Boston Bear is a fucking Owen Benjamin cult member.
And your contributions. It's good to
definitely not a truth seeker.
It's good to get the ideas out on the table and know how things are evolving, right? Because arguments change, and that's why we're modern day debate. Right. So Judge Rightly says, Judge Rightly, bad drivers of the lower 48. That's quite the name. Question for Will: did you consider bringing up the Himawari 9 images for this debate? I think it would put to rest the claim that it's just something from a modeling department. No.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. The Himawari 9 is one of the things that I felt was definitive proof we live on a globe. It's a Japanese geostationary weather satellite that takes pictures of the Earth every 10 minutes. So it's as close to live as possible. And it even captures events that happen on Earth that people can't even know about, such as underwater volcanoes like the Hungatonga. The only answer flat earthers have is to call it fake, but again, they have no evidence that it's fake. And the fact that it captures these environmental events before people even know they happen is definitive proof.
Sorry, I'm just chuckling.
No, like I said, you do get geocentric satellites.
We got another couple chats, and then I'll give you guys closing. Jack the Guitar God, are you a guitar god? I had a guitar off against somebody in Discord.
All satellites orbiting the Earth are geocentric. You dumb fuck.
Our modern day debate Discord. I think I won. I don't know. I don't even think we could find it now. But Jack is apparently a guitar god and says, I got banned and I don't even visit flat earth channels. Oh man, he's just picking. Kaplunk Steve says, Flatzoid, this we keeps coming up. We know that the sun is, where the sun is and where it is, what the sun is and where it is. It's you that doesn't. So they don't like the inclusive language of we. I don't know if you want to say anything to Kaplunk.
Sorry, flat earthers don't make a claim of what the sun is or where it is. The globers do. This is fact. The globe says the sun is 93 million miles away. The
Right, measured.
globe says it's just nuclear fission
Yes, it is.
fusion in space.
Yeah.
The burden lies on the people making the claim.
All right, let's roll it. Conspiracy Music says, Will Duffy, you were much more prepared than I would have expected. Thank you. Excellent performance.
Yes, he was.
Flatzoid, you did not prepare and were totally destroyed today. Flatzoid, thanks for loving.
Frankly, this is nothing the way I thought it was going to go.
Our
Yes, he said you get geocentric satellites. Well, that just means they go around the Earth. See, he thinks geocentric means a flat Earth because the sun goes around it.
song. Conspiracy
As long as they enjoyed the show.
Oh my, that's conspiracy music. All right, let's see here. Hi, Witsit. What will you do in Antarctica? Witsit's not here. DJ, sorry. Last one.
No, Witsit's here. He just hadn't commented yet.
That I would read here would be M-Tuck. So thank you.
Actually, no, he's not there because he would have already fucking spent about $50 on super chats already. Just saying stupid shit.
M-Tuck, you'll get the last one. Will, praying for a safe journey for you all, brother. Regardless of what is seen, have fun and be safe. Flatzoid, all the best to you, man. So a little group love there. Except me.
Aww.
M-Tuck. And yeah, I was to say, apparently I just get left out. It's fine. No, I'm not going anywhere, you know. I'm just going to be hanging out here. Except for February 15th and 16th, I will be down for DebateCon. Keep an eye out. We are going to make some announcements regarding our DebateCon coming up. It's a live in-person event in New Jersey. I'll be flying out for that. So, yeah, let's get into those closings, guys, and let our speakers go. They've been more than patient, I would say. You guys asked a lot of questions, so big round of virtual applause for both of our speakers. I do this EU style, so Flatzoid, you'll get your first minute on the floor. Let everybody know where you're at and your thoughts on the discussion today.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I just want to say thank you to Will for actually bringing this up. I'd still like to debate biblical cosmology with you. I think scripture will be cool to do. As I've explained, it's just a false dichotomy, and it's not an experiment, so it's not proving anything other than people are gullible to follow something that's wasting money.
Did he say people are gullible for following things that are a waste of money? Okay.
I wanted to ask Will Duffy about flight pitch data, but we couldn't get to that. So I'm just going to leave this thought with you. Why is it if you're flying over a curved surface, there is no pitch data to show this curved surface?
Because you're not changing an orientation in relationship to the Earth, dipshit. You're just not changing an orientation. Level is a curved surface. Fucking moron.
Thanks.
He's a
All right,
fucking
well, thank
idiot.
you so much,
He is a fucking idiot.
Flatzoid, for coming back to Modern Day Debate. We appreciate you coming out today and having the discussion.
Jesus.
You know, we'll have you back again for sure. And Will, thanks for coming to Modern Day Debate for your first time, and also agreeing to come back and have some more fun. So we look forward to that, and it's been a lot of fun today. So I'm going to give you your 1 minute on the floor. It's all yours.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having us and modding there. It's not an easy job. So again, the biggest thing I've discovered throughout this entire final experiment thing, which we haven't even gone to Antarctica yet, is I've discovered that flat Earth doesn't have a model because you can't model something that doesn't exist. This is big. I want people, Globers, to start repeating this because the flat Earthers try to avoid having a model. They try to avoid having a map. They try to avoid making claims, and this is intentional because you can't model something that doesn't exist. And while flights, Keith, are not on topic, you're in luck because my grandfather worked for Delta Airlines for his entire career. And so if you want to understand pitch data, you need to speak to a pilot. Flat Earthers like to talk about pitch data without speaking to pilots. And I'm going to show you something right now that's crazy. You ready for this? When a plane lands, it goes nose up. Wow. When it lands, when it's going down, it goes nose up. That should tell you everything you need to know.
All right, well, I'm just going to pop a nice quick little poll into our live chat for the closer. So the Earth is flat, a globe, or a loaf.
All right. Oh, thanks, Citizen 9. I appreciate it. So anyway, that was something other than else. Yeah, he destroyed Flatzoid. He had nothing. Flatzoid came with nothing. He knew he had nothing, and all he had was excuses. And oh, you can't make me make a claim, and I make a claim, and you make a claim, a default claim. It's like Jesus, man. He just had nothing. He lost bad. Then when he called him a bigot, that was it. That was it. That was the final death knell. Hey, George, you got impeccable timing. All right. Well, that's all I have for now. We will talk to you later. Yeah, empty barrel. Absolutely. So we will talk to you later. Click like, subscribe, drop some money into Kitty if you want to. And yeah, we had 15 people here today. That's pretty good. I'd like to get above 1,000 subscribers. That would be cool. So if you can share the stream, share some of my shorter videos from my channel. That would be cool. And we'll talk to y'all later. Be seeing you.